third. I don't care that much. Like, it's fine. And my teeth agreed. And so I've never had crooked teeth again. So, what the hell is this fucking balloon?
The fuck do you mean? Well, a dog kept
Well,
eating my retainer, so my teeth just stopped being crooked.
Well, I wore the retainer long enough to correct them permanently rather than I was still supposed to wear it for like another year.
Oh.
But it was
Yeah,
like,
it definitely didn't happen for me.
Yeah, no.
My teeth are all sorts
I
of
was,
fucky.
Yeah, I
But
was.
I guess they were worse, maybe? I don't remember.
I was older, so like I had already done braces for like 4 years.
Jesus.
So, yeah, it wasn't great. Trust me. I'll never forget how difficult it was to put in rubber bands in your mouth and then also have that threat. Because like having rubber bands in your mouth is kind of just like having a BB gun in your mouth at all times. Where you're like, one of these days it's gonna snap and hit me in the gums and it's gonna fucking hurt. But
they probably wouldn't hurt that much. You'd be like,
it
yeah, what was
hurt
that?
so much.
Would they actually happen to you?
Yes, of course it happened.
I don't
to
remember
me.
that ever happening.
I laughed too loud and it snapped.
I sometimes look into like Invisalign or whatever, wondering about like things to continue correcting this shit.
Invisalign's a good option. Using what is it? I think I got to use, that was my third retainer, was an Invisalign retainer. The first two were metal, and then I tried the Invisalign to see if that would make them stop eating it, and no, it didn't. But they were pretty neat. Oh shit! I walked behind. There we go.
Your dog is a mouth glutton.
Like I said, he was old and blind and deaf. He just didn't know what was going on. Just chewed something that was basically, he saw me put something in my mouth and he thought it was food. He's like, "All right, well, he put it on the table, so it must be my food now." It's yeah. It's like, no, it's a retainer, dummy. And he's like, "All right, it doesn't taste very good." So you just like chew it for a bit and spit it out.
Food?
You'd be like, food? Ugh.
I was feeding Kiki my burned pancakes.
What?
She loved them.
Dogs don't. Yeah, because dogs don't have standards. Oh no, I didn't mean to update the gear set. Shit.
It's people food. That's all they care about.
There we go.
Honestly, for them, it's just like it's anything besides what they eat every day. It's like, other foods exist?
New thing. Yeah.
No one gave me that.
So wait, where do we have to be right now?
This armor set
we are in
looks pretty
Mordona.
alright.
Inside the Rising Stones, talking to Ida. Is it Ida or Ida? That's just one thing I've never. I don't think I recall them. I think it's Ida.
I think it's Ida.
Yeah.
It's been so long.
Oh my god. I think you're in
Keith's
control.
in
Oh
here.
my god. Oh. You think it's all for fun. Ida Maria. I remember her.
Waiting on Andrew. How many quests do we have?
70. Remember Thancred? It's just standing in the background. I'm like, oh, I remember when you mattered for a minute.
Oh yeah, in the very beginning of the game.
Mask of Grief.
He seemed like the most important character in literally the entire game when you're doing your intro. And then he was also like temporarily the pseudo villain of the main game. And now he just stands around in the background.
Well, yeah, because he was like infected, and then we cured him, and then he
got
didn't
a
matter
brain
anymore.
blast.
16
well-
more quests. That's all we need. We're so close.
So 12 more sessions.
Clearly.
We could do 16 quests
wait.
today if none of them are instances, but some of them probably are.
Yeah, I mean, one of them is.
Or maybe, when I say today, I mean maybe if we started 2 hours ago. Instead of 8.
Sorry, where is Ida? There she is. Okay, I'm here.
Alright.
Have you found her?
Cat Earl's... Right, Cat Girl is the wise, calm one, so Ida's the Riku.
Yes.
Trying to remember them separate, the voices, the tone. Hey, it's the hero. Great. Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's just hard, you know? The thing is, I know Moan would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this. Which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order for Moon Daisy with Rowena a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. The trouble is, I find Rowena a bit difficult at the best of times, and, well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I just can't face her at the moment, so I was wondering, do you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. Thanks so
Why?
much. I'll be waiting for you and the daisy at Rathfrost.
Boy, we've been demoted to delivery boy.
Demoted. We've been delivery boy the whole game except for when we're literally fighting a dragon. We have 2 states, fighting a dragon and delivery boy.
There we go.
Oh, it's
Turn
just
around.
outside. This isn't a teleport situation.
No, it's yeah,
Almost did though.
almost.
I really hate that line, by the way.
What?
Like, this isn't what they would want me to be doing.
Oh,
Uh,
this isn't what X person would want. Yeah.
yeah,
Because you don't know.
because like, yeah, well, you don't know, and also, I mean, I think they don't want to be
Nope.
dead. I think that's what they want more than anything.
Even when they killed themselves?
Yeah, I
Kinda
mean,
I guess it was a sacrifice. Nobody wanted to die.
yeah, I was gonna say it's not like she wanted to die. She was just like, fuck, someone's gotta do it.
Yeah,
The
somebody
name
has to do.
The name Rowena sounded familiar, but who the hell is she?
Yeah, haven't we done channeling Aether without killing people
one.
before? Like,
Hey,
why
she's
did?
hey, she's wearing the Eastern outfit that I have like a copy of. Maybe
Hmm.
not. That's pretty
No,
different.
that's not the Eastern outfit.
Isn't it?
Yeah. No.
Eh.
What can I do for you today, adventurer? Eldritch trinket to trade?
Like
Money or
Lovecraft?
flowers. Eh? They've got you running errands now? These scions really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Sending the savior of Eorzea to the bleeding market. Fine use of your time, that is.
Finally, somebody who
Seriously,
gets it.
though, you'd best learn how to say no, or they'll have you mucking out the Chocobo stables next. Anyway, what was it you were here to pick up? The Moon Daisy, was it? Here then, take it. And tell that Yida lass I've got a wide selection of headwear in stock if she ever decides to replace that dowdy old mask of hers. Gods know she needs to. Wow.
You
Come
need a
here
new
for fashion
face.
advice.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's no finally about it. They've always known they were doing this.
Rathfrost is. Is it
They've
a teleport situation?
they've
No, it's
this is like the 10th time they've lampshaded this.
What?
The fact that we're a delivery person. Like
Oh,
this is
yeah,
like the 10th time a character's like, wow, they got you doing deliveries now. It's like, yes. It's even
Yeah.
funnier this time.
It's a trope at this point, yeah.
Now we're going down there. Do 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 do.
It's like the
Oh, I hadn't jumped. I hadn't
That's all
flown
I-
up. Do do do.
it's like a
We can
the
just fly
comics that
over
Leonard
the
made.
in-between area.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Look
that.
at my cool shit. Your mount can fly no higher, but can they fly just high enough to get on top of that? Oh god, no they can't. No, 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 no.
I always feel bad for people who work at places that are jokes.
What?
Like you know, like people who work at places that are themselves like a meme.
Like Hooters?
Yeah, like a place
Like-
where people are gonna say the same kind of joke every time they come in. I'm trying to think. It's probably more like it probably happens more to like dive bars where they have silly little pun names, and like someone comes in and like points out the pun. You're like, yes, I know, thank you. Like, wow, first customer to ever point that out. Thanks.
Ugh,
That just
Rowena
seems
could be so
painful.
annoying. She just will not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. And when I tell her I like it just to find the way it is, she says it again. And then again, and then again. It drives me crazy. What I mean to say is, I appreciate you doing this for me. So anyway, let's see it. Let's see it. Here's a flower. It's a daisy.
Did they ever establish why she wears that mask?
Well, Brita loves these things, you know? Maybe she's dirty all bed. I hope that somewhere, somehow, She knows I'm still thinking of her.
I thought you were I thought you were saying that about the dead person. I was like, damn, that's kind of fucking harsh.
No. She's like, why does he wear a visor? It's like, she's now dead. Ah. That dialogue didn't fully like latch on when I was a kid.
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
Suddenly, voice acting.
The song riseth to a crescendo.
Are we the only one who can hear that?
Probably.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's because of the fact that Midgard Swarmer formed a pact specifically with us.
Oh, that's not much of a threat.
It's the Demon Souls dragon sound. It's gonna burn our bridge.
Hello.
Oh, Gal.
Can
What,
you
like
hear me?
a generic enemy we can kill in like 30
We have
seconds?
received
Yeah.
grave tidings from
Yeah, something like
Ishgard.
that.
Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
Run, run, run. Yeah, you'll remember that from the playthrough. Like, every time that dragon burned that top of that wall in the second level of Demon Souls, it made that sound. That
Well,
shriek.
here's the question.
I-
Did we get
I
teleported
remember.
over there, or are we going to have to walk? Nope, we're going to have to walk.
Of
The
course we have to
Rising
walk.
Stones. Walking is for fools. I have 70 gil.
Danger Noodle.
Walk like some kind of plebeian?
Yes. It's good for the environment, Keith.
How?
I mean, so is
Compared
flying
to
magically.
teleporting?
Huh? No.
I
by
literally, I think I pretty much fly around with a pollution cloud. It's probably worse than just teleporting.
flying. No, teleporting is wasting aether, which is bad for the environment.
Is it though?
Yeah, but we're not
yes.
wasting aether. We're
That's-
transporting our aether from one place to another.
For a cost.
But it would cost.
But there is no cost.
My
No
apologies for
established
the
cost that
interruption.
has ever been.
I was deeply saddened to learn of Moonbritta's passing. Her loss will be sorely felt. Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us little time to mourn. The envoy from Korthus will soon arrive, and we must hasten to hear her report.
Bit cold of you, Alphino. God.
Yeah, he sucks. The envoy is here. Have you met Lucia before?
Yeah. It was Andrew. Ironically, he was having a conversation with himself at one point between
Yeah.
him and the guy who lords over her.
Is Andrew here?
I think so.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't. Muted myself, I'm sorry. I thank you for receiving me at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would go for the usual pleasantries if I may.
All right, that's me. Certainly. You come with news of the Duranians.
Sorry, motorcycle in the background was popping off like it was gunshots, so trying to avoid that. Anyways, the dragons had begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the central highlands a short while ago, and battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Emmerich himself sailed forth with a contingent of temple knights and several companies of the noble house's finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced into retreat, our victory, if such it may be called, came at the cost of many of our own. Too many. What? Aren't those like basic enemies? What the hell?
Apparently
We will
not.
We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravanians renew their assault.
You paint a grim picture, my lady. It is reinforcements you seek, then.
Yeah, we do. Though it picks our pride, it is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the Horde. Sir Emmerich would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid.
Very well. I shall depart to Corthus at once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Ul'dah must take precedence.
It is with such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the grand companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders? Didn't we... Okay.
Though I will gladly appeal to the grand companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply.
You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzea Alliance, I can well imagine how our plea will be received. But the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising.
I see. Very well. I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations, and have them present your request directly to the heads of the grand companies. In the event that your plea does not receive a favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard.
That is only to be expected. Rest assured that I speak with Sir Emmerich's authority in this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to my final request, a personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellow's involvement. You faced Midgard Sorum?
Midgard Sormer.
What a fucking name. And survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe.
It's one
Thank
of them
you.
old Norse
You wear the
dragons.
mantle of hero well.
'Twould seem the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive, hero.
Okay.
No.
Well, you heard it here, folks. I guess that's where the story ends.
It's over. GG. Good night.
Mhm.
Can't believe you need me to come fight low-level scrubs for you. Pathetic.
Is that... Looks like Boreal Valley.
Oh yeah, this lady.
Yep.
Remember when we just let her go?
We tried to stop her, I
The
swear.
sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken.
It is Boreal Valley.
Apparently.
It's even got the
Brothers
shield.
and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus. The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
Just after we were nice enough to not murder her. Seems
Mhm.
a little rude, to be honest.
I know, we let her go, and this is how she repays us.
I seriously jump a bit every single time that fucking dragon cry happens. It means
Why? That's-
instant...
Bad memories.
Because it means instant death. Just get instantly burned to death. You have to time running across like various bridges as that shriek keeps happening. So it's the same stock sound being used in like a harmless cutscene. I'm like, you can't do this to me. How dare you?
All I know is I heard miscellaneous girlfriend sounds in the background.
Yep,
Yeah.
there's been a lot of those today.
Hmm.
It seems I was swifter, hero, even though you fucking teleported here. You too, however, have arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. The murmurings about camp tell of some manner of trouble at the gates of judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot.
We weren't there yet.
Why weren't you?
Because we weren't as
we were
fast as
leaving.
you.
Yeah, I left the room. Damn, what the hell?
We're trying to get the shit done, right?
Yeah, but like
Every time we
I
finish a
didn't know where
conversation, I just teleport to the next character.
I'm not trying to waste my money.
It's 70 gil. Don't I have like 400,000 or some shit?
Excuse me, it was 170 gil, please.
Oh wow,
Uh,
damn.
Money's important. You can't be throwing that shit away.
Dyspeptic Dragoon? What does that mean?
I don't know, upset stomach, dyspeptic diarrhea.
What does dyspeptic mean?
Heretic scum! How dare they meddle with our divine protections? I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting them down one by one. Alright.
I can't believe you were half accurate. Describe someone who is irritable due to depression or indigestion.
He needs the Bismol.
Wait a second, he actually has indigestion?
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
We need not fret much. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine.
Family worry, okay. Alright, reasonable.
Bothered Bowman.
The gates of judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards. If our first line of defense can be so easily shattered.
Ah, they're doing alliteration. Yep.
Tenterhooked? Oh,
Tenderhooked?
dear lord. Well,
Tender-
to Google again.
tender-
Hold on.
Well, it's because they need to find
Tenterhooked.
something that has the same first letter as their other title. They had Trembling Temple Knight,
Terrified?
Dyspeptic Dragoon, and Bothered Bowman. They're doing a thing.
When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones.
Waspinator,
Uh,
terrorize!
Raspinator terrorize!
Used to mean being in a state of unease, anxiety, or suspense.
Oh, so my life.
Basically, yeah.
Where is South?
It's all you, Keith.
Where is?
He's right in front
He's
of
Oh,
us.
right by us.
where'd he come from? Wow. I was like looking around.
just
like,
apparated
where
here.
is he?
Twould seem the heretic struck the first and most telling blow against Ishgard.
That's you, Andrew.
Sorry. Scions, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead.
My apologies. We chanced to hear that there had been trouble at the gates, and thought it prudent to investigate the cause.
Then you have learned of the heretic's treachery. Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against our defenders, and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. But let us speak more of this back at the camp. Sir Emmerich awaits you.
Don't taunt me. Nothing's ever completed. You can't trick me. Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do as we were bid, and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Hauschfart will know where Sir Aymeric means to receive us.
Nothing fuck.
You got it.
You can really hear my reading vary in quality based on how natural the dialogue feels.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I narrated 2 consecutive rounds of what's it called? Of the Yogg this weekend, and just fucking belted that shit out. Like almost no mistakes. It's like 'cause that game's written like a person would do. And this,
I mean,
whereas so
like
many
a
of the
normal person,
so
yeah.
many of the fantasy games I play, I'm just like, oh god damn it.
This writing, man. It's what are we back in the fucking 1200s? Like, come on.
No.
Yes. Final Fantasy does only one thing good: immersion.
No, we're in the
Anybody
Final
remember who was
Fantasy
voicing Horseman?
1400s.
It was me. 'Tis reassuring indeed to behold a countenance of a friend when one homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence strokes the flames of courage within my heart. Ah, but you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived and would treat you with the intercessory.
Intercessory.
It sounded like incestory, and that wasn't right. That's how I kept reading it anyways, and I was like, no.
The incestuary.
Oh, God.
That's a word.
It's probably a... Never mind.
No, by all means, speak your mind.
Nah. I
Reading
don't think
gotta
I
have-
need to kick...
Shall I show you
It's
inside?
not fair.
Yes.
It's not fair to punch down on a state.
It's probably like a room
sure it
inside
is.
of a brick wall or whatever.
Nah. Wow, this dude's table is
Especially since
annoying.
I'm not from said state.
Oh, this is
I
Andrew's
hate-
nasal
I'm Canadian.
voice.
Oh, fuck, you're right. Oh.
Yep. I told you you were gonna regret it, but no, you
Alright.
didn't listen to me. Somebody finds that hilarious.
It's fine.
I thank you for coming with such haste. I apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for.
Yes, we are but recently returned from the gates of judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience.
On the contrary, Master Alphanod, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally. Estinian? The hell name is
Estinian,
that?
probably.
Estenine? I don't know.
Einstein.
Ooh, hey,
Send another Estenine.
that's armor. Jeez.
Wow, look at that bulge.
Dragoon.
Oh, you know he's a dragoon. Because he has a pointy hat that looks like a chocobo head.
Dragoon armor is fucking obnoxious.
It is.
It's really
It's
spiky.
so bad. I remember because
May I-
there's a dragoon in Final Fantasy 15 also, and it's like,
Yes.
what a stupid looking character. What stupid looking armor. It's just noise.
Yes, really. Well, they carried
just-
at least they
What I
carried
did
it
is I
over.
covered myself in glue and then just rolled in some butter knives. Just rolled in a whole bin of knives, and they just stuck to me.
You know,
a lot
my
of-
biggest question is why is he called the Azure Dragoon?
Why is he
It's all
called the
black- it's
Azure
all
Dragoon?
black.
He's black.
Yeah, all black armor. What is going on?
God damn
It's
it.
colorful on the inside, guys, okay?
May I present
what
to
can
you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon?
What can I hear,
Ironically, I'm colorblind, so I hope that's accurate.
Oh, whoops.
Hmm?
Well, in the
skip
middle
past
of
And
this?
everybody's forgetting their
no,
characters nowadays.
in the middle of my ranting, I turned my chair and my leg unplugged my headphones.
Oh,
So I
yeah, that
just
would
had-
do it.
So I just had an awkward pause of like, wait, why isn't anyone talking? What line are we on? Fuck.
Yours.
Uh,
An impressive title.
oh, an impressive title. Though I confess, I know. Yeah, I was ranting about the fucking. He's called the Azure Dragon. He's black. What the fuck? Though I confess, I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons.
They are formidable warriors, all. Yet, even among such masters of the lance, Estinian is without equal. He, out of all the warriors of Ishgard, were chosen to wield the power of dragons. And they thus contend with any Dravanian.
Who wants to be this guy?
I'll take him.
Go
You
for it.
flatter me much, Lord Commander. So, you are the adventurer of whom they spoke. I see now why my Bloodfair sang in anticipation of our meeting. Bloodfair? What?
I just like it was such a dramatic hype reveal of this character, and he just looks like a jackass.
Yeah, I mean, that's how most reveals go, right?
Well,
should've changed
now that we have all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. 'Twould seem that Lady Iceheart and the Dravarians share a common goal, the redamnation of Nidhogg's stolen
Reclamation.
eye. Reclamation. Sorry.
Redamnation. Oh, I guess I can see how you got that, because it looks like if you can like mash
It
it,
does
together
look like
to
a
be
D.
a D.
Yeah.
Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. In a great versus game. His name features prominently in your nation's history. Though once defeated by the hero Haldrith, the beast is said to have terrorized Korthus since Ishgard's founding.
Aye, many are the scars of our wall bears from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Haldrath plucked from the bested worm's skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard, and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dreaded creature would be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him.
Oh, this
was
prick.
me.
I have no idea.
I think it was me. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor.
Talks to the speed of a goddamn treant.
He does.
The eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But though stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics, the dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Dravarian horde whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself.
Nor does age rob them of their strength. Through the endless march of years, the dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand, these creatures do not share our perception of time. And that is especially true of the great worms. They who spend centuries in slumber only to wake and resume their campaigns as if mere hours had passed.
It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies. 20 years for him to gather his strength, and for us to bolster our defenses. And now, just as he seemed primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates.
You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature, then?
Of that, we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covet the eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. 'Tis a weakness the Dravarians are not like to leave untested.
So it would seem. You have described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander, yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us?
For the benefit of the player.
Oh, fuck.
What, did you skip it?
I accidentally left-clicked instead of right-clicked. Fuck.
I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Bless you.
This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the keeper of the lake,
However, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dravania.
Yeah,
Isn't that
see,
the
he's
exact
allergic to bullshit.
selfishness that we've been trying to preach against for the entire last campaign? And that's all of our
Basically.
problems are caused by that?
I think he's kind of doing like a, yeah, it sucks to be in your position, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah.
When the Azorian Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war?
I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravaria. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Korthus would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen.
Alternative translation. Listen, you little fuck, we're setting up an expansion, and that means there has to be no continent.
Until the
So
Garleans'
get
arrival,
over
that
here.
is. For you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Korthus. They would not even have to draw steel.
So trying to convince us to play the long term, even though the long term clearly would have been to help us before this whole thing happened in the first place, but no.
An imperial province sharing a border with Mordona, Seven Hells. Ahem. Very well, we will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone.
I honestly feel like Mordona would be fine, even if we had a border with Imperial Province, just because of the fact that this place is a natural fortress. There are gigantic cliffs and crystals and everything everywhere.
What's a fortress to a dragon? Or seven dragons?
Well, we're not talking about the dragons, but specifically we're talking about the Imperial forces. In that instance. Anyway.
Andrew?
Nor did I ever think you would. Now, upon the matter of the roar.
Allow me, Sir Emmerich. Through the power of the Eye, I become the vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence is stolen into my very blood. That seems like a liability. Fear not. I'm in full control of my faculties, I assure you. And the Eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go. Its lingering influence, however, does allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice.
Oh. That's not a good association.
No!
No, his helm looks like, Griffith's.
Jeez.
Which is a problem. God, it looks a lot like Griffith's helm. What the fuck? Then the worm who roared
was Nidhogg. Aye. He means to hurl his horde against Danafin's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt. The worm has summoned his minions to war.
Yeah, that helm just looks like one of the most hated manga characters of all time. Okay.
And now we gotta speak with Alphino again.
It's not gonna do
As
anything.
I'm stuck on the other side of the table.
Perspective of
The
that
fact
character. When Andrew
that you
picked that
can't
voice,
jump over this table.
Oh yeah, it just doesn't let
Sorry.
you. Because it'd be awkward if the cutscene had you just standing there.
Sorry.
When Andrew picked that voice, he didn't think he'd have to be doing it with no context in front of his
I
girlfriend.
warned him. I warned him.
I wasn't.
You didn't warn him of that. That was unpredictable.
Well, yeah, no,
Yeah,
that
I
was.
wasn't.
Now you gotta do it with awkwardly. I can't do any recordings with another person in the room that's not literally doing the recording with me. It's the most fucking awkward thing that ever happened.
It's funny to me to see you tense up like that because you can
you
just
had
record for hours without.
You had like
any...
some kind of fucking repairman or something come by when we were streaming
Yeah.
Halo, and I was just like, oh, hi.
Yeah, you like
How you
immediately
doing?
clam up, like you just don't say anything. You just play the video game. And like
It's
okay,
fucking
you can
weird.
You don't even know him. He'll never see you again.
So yeah, we all know you're shameless, Andrew. It's not news. But like Let's Playing is such a weird fucking concept. Having to do it in front of strangers that don't know what's happening, that just walk in, is so fucking weird.
Man.
But they don't know it's happening. That's what I'm confused by. Like, that guy literally has no fucking idea what's going on. He just sees you playing a video game and talking. For all he knows, you're playing Call of Duty and you're telling people to, like, you're gonna beat their moms to death or whatever it is kids say to people nowadays. Like, as far as he's aware, you're a guy playing video games, talking online while playing.
It's super weird every time. Every single time.
It's really normal. Like,
No.
now if you're watching a YouTube video of like Honey Boo Boo and you're doing commentary, I think he would be concerned.
I didn't
He'd be
even
like what?
Like at Marty's
Where
place.
did
I
that
didn't
come
even
from?
like recording stuff in Marty's place when like a bunch of people ended up with if a bunch of people like went and gathered in like the kitchen or living room that didn't live there because they're like over for whatever reason because they'd like hear me through the door and I'd be like super self-conscious about that.
Oh.
Because
And
Marty,
now I'm
Marty
sitting here
ruined
just
that one
imagining
day
you trying to
'cause
go
he,
out
like,
vlogging and doing things.
because Marty like mimicked like a shout I did during Soma or something, which made it clear that he could hear me. And then I was super self-conscious forever whenever like strangers were in that part of the house, and I just couldn't work because I'm like just like ah. Now I'm upstairs at least, so if there's like guests downstairs, then I'm insulated. But no,
Well,
like just somebody
hopefully.
just like fucking walking in or whatever, it'd be like no, I can't. It's super can't do this. Guess I'm just
And
not
meanwhile,
working.
it's just the funniest thing just hearing your girlfriend just laugh at you. Because
I
you have
don't,
to
even know
make
if
that
I don't know
voice.
if she's even paying attention or if she's just like talking on the phone in the
I don't
corner
know-
or
I don't
something.
know.
Because she was just kind
It's
of like
both.
shouting some stuff during the podcast, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
Like, do you have headphones on, Andrew, or are you using
Yeah.
speakers? Like
He's
okay.
a professional
So-
Effie. God.
I mean, some professionals.
Why are
use
you?
speakers
Why are
and-
you level 60?
What? Oh, headroom.
What? That's,
What? What does
the
that
fuck?
mean? What
You
the fuck?
should not
What,
be
you can't
level
get your
60. What the
you
fuck?
can't get your head through the fucking door unless it's level 60.
You
What does
are-
that mean?
What?
You are.
You said
you are-
headroom. What do you mean
You are
headroom?
officially like significantly playing ahead. Holy shit.
Well, I don't get experience during New Game Plus, so this is basically to ensure that you guys don't get to the point where I can't keep it.
That'll never happen. We will never rapidly level in this series. If anything, you're gonna give us whatever problem with like, what is it? I think Panda was saying like he couldn't join my party when I was doing certain quests because it would make me not get experience. Like you're gonna like start
That's
making us not
a
get
10 level gap.
experience. You're almost there. Stop. You're 8 levels above me.
Well, you'd be the same level as
Yeah,
Andrew.
he's-
You stuck with the. Yeah,
No,
yeah,
he's
but-
52.
I'm the only person following the rule of playing my character during these sessions and only these sessions.
I don't play my
You're,
paladin
like,
when I
randomly
play other-
playing
Well, I've
Yeah.
stayed here for a while. Like, I'm not gonna be playing my Black Mage for quite a while. I barely ever play
you
it.
keep leveling every time we come back to this game, and guess what? We don't even level while we're playing this game. All leveling is too much
because
leveling.
we're not playing long enough.
It's not that. It's that this game fucking pauses all experience gain for like 50 hours.
Yeah.
Like there's no experience gain. You can't get more. You're gonna break everything. Jesus Christ! You have 3 times my health. That was my first hit. It wasn't your level. It was the fact that you had 22,000 health, and I'm like, hang on a minute. That's a whole
I
too
think that
many
could
numbers.
just be your gear. Honestly.
I'm a samurai, and you're a mage. I'm the hardy boy. you monster. Though the circumstances are far than
What?
ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in common cause. Sir Aymeric was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? You're saying this in front of him. Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude toward foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. This is too many words. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. They need to get the Paper Mario writers on this. Just get to the point. Get this shit done in like 10 slides or less. I think this is all just like, oh, there's some dragons and like a rival faction. Let's go. Let's go fight them. Yeah, but we need that. We need to spend a half an hour saying that. Oh,
Fuck. If we were to aid the Ishgardians in the war of theirs, preparations will have to be made, and soon. Before proceeding, however, we must needs return to the Rising Stones and make our report to the antecedent. Cool. I love making reports. Can you just fucking send her a fucking bird or whatever? And we can get on to the next objective? Okay, fine. Let's re-discuss the same thing we just discussed twice. This is economical storytelling. Jesus Christ.
Back to the Rising Stones.
Take you back to the stones in the city with the exposition and that one lady. She doesn't do anything interesting.
Yep.
I wonder what percentage of antecedent conversations establish anything new versus re-explain the plot points we already have, because she's never there when important things happen, so we have to tell her again.
At this point, everything's kind of a blur because it's been so long between like instances where we've actually had new information versus, I guess, explaining what is currently going on.
It is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Pray summon the others. Everyone must hear my report.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
All those people.
Yes.
Alphinaud is right.
Yep.
The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war. But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go. The path we now embark upon is perilous, but I pray you will walk with us to the end. For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
Everyone all set?
Almost. Okay, talking to Minfilia again. Everybody at that point?
No. Now I am.
I have bid the Archons travel to their assigned nations. Should the members of the Alliance agree to pledge a Grand Company soldiers to Ishgard's cause, our comrades will be on hand to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. The small matter of persuading the Alliance leaders to grant such support, I leave to Alphino. For you, my friend, a different task awaits. I would have you reach out to your fellow adventurers and gather what allies you may for the coming siege. I would also have you consider the matter of our own security. Revenant's Toll is but a short flight from the snowfields of Coerthas. It is not unimaginable that the fighting may spill across the border. Pray brief Slaftborn on the brewing conflict and discuss potential contingencies. The frontier settlers must be prepared for aught that might wing its way over our walls. I only hope that such precautions prove unnecessary. Before you leave, might I suggest you have Tataru accompany you? She has a talent for administration and a firm grasp of the practical challenges we may encounter.
When you have this level of exposition, it hits a point where it actually accomplishes the opposite, and that I like.
What?
I just absorb less information.
Yeah, there's a point where you stop being interested in
You
what's
hit a point where you're like,
because-
I don't think I've absorbed anything for like 20 minutes. I think there's dragons.
Yeah,
gonna
the
help a
idea
war.
is that there's another invading nation that's not the Garleans.
Like there's a
that are
war where I
trying
barely
to-
understand who either side is, and there's dragons maybe.
Yeah, I mean that's basically the gist of it.
That's depressing. Because they're saying
I mean,
a lot.
yeah, this world is depressing.
We are rather close to Coerthas, aren't we? We'd best see to our own defenses and take stock of our supplies. Oh, and we'll also need to have beds and bandages laid out just in case. A good receptionist is ready for any eventuality. Let's go, hero. I have 101 things to discuss with Slaftborn. Cool, can you do those off camera? Please.
Apparently
That
she can
would
only
be
do the
nice,
walking
but
off
no,
camera.
we're gonna have to go talk to him.
They really needed to rewrite this entire game.
That would be
It's like the Snyder Cut thing. Like,
problematic.
you can't edit it to make it better. You have to actually redo it. Which, considering it's all
Yeah.
text, is surprisingly not that as unreasonable. If you're going to make it a mandatory entry point for every player every time.
Who's this guy? Me?
God, it's been a while.
I appreciate the warning. War is coming to Coerthas, then the toll must be made already. Or made ready. I'll increase the number of patrols and lookouts immediately. I'll also see about finding room for an infirmary, as well as temporary housing for victims of the conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past, and I would return the favor. Yeah? But as for rounding up volunteers for the fighting itself, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I will not send my fellow guild members to die on Ishgardian soil, so I am certain headquarters will say the same. There will be no official Adventurers Guild presence at the siege. That said, each adventurer is of course free to do as he or she will. I shall have word with some of my more capable colleagues on your behalf, and you might try your luck here in Revenant's Toll. I dare say there are a few stout souls about town who will answer to your call to arms.
Let's get started, shall we? We have a town to rouse.
Oh, we actually have to talk to random adventurers around town. Okay.
There's a quest locked thingy on him.
Oh, it's a cutscene.
My God.
Is it voiced?
It never is.
Spare me of your talk of glory and fame. Not in the habit of volunteering for lost causes. I've survived this long by trusting my instincts, and my instincts tell me to stay well away from Ishgard. Wow, what a prick.
No, he's right. This is a bad idea. This guy?
He's a. Was this the pirate?
I think it was you,
Yeah.
Andrew?
Pirate guy? Alright. What should I do for the pirate guy?
You're kind of getting like
piratey one.
You almost sound like you're being noise gated or something. Like you're too far away.
Do I?
Yeah.
Maybe.
You kept like fading in and out or something.
Let me check. Let me up that a little bit. Okay. That should be better. Is that
Find
better?
out.
Can you hear me a little bit?
I mean, we can hear you fine right now, I would imagine.
Okay. Yeah, I think it was the thing that I have on to increase my voice and lower background noise. So, anyways, Ishgard sounds like she's she's in a right mess. But that ain't what I wanted to talk to ye about. I need ye to cast your mind back to that scuffle with the Empire out by the processing plant. A lad from Little Alameo by the name of old Wilred was there with the fort that day, and I want to know if you've seen him since. Have ye? No. God damn it, I feared as much. No one's bloody seen him. It's like the ground opened up and swallowed him whole. But that ain't all. Around the time Wildred stopped turning up for duty, them black market weapons went missing from our vault in Udall. So now, of course, half the Braves suspect the lad of making off with the goods. Folk like to believe our company's disciplined fighting force, but as you and me both know, it's no more than a motley collection of mercenaries, adventurers, and Grand Company veterans. The only thing that binds us together is some vague oath about fighting for their freedom and all. That and a steady pay. Now, compared to most others in the crew, Wilred's fresh-faced novice, a bleeding whelp among the wolves. But the boy's got passion, and he talked about being the guardian of Eorzea, the bloody well meant it. A lad like him wouldn't rob us blind and bugger off like that. He ain't the type. And this is just between you and me, mind ye. There is a fact that the lad wanted to tell me something queer he's noticed in the ledgers. Something about the Braves' numbers not adding up. Aye, there's a villain at the end of this trail I've stumbled on, and I'll bet me good eye that it ain't young Wilred. Oh my god, you only have one eye left. I don't think you should be auctioning it off so quickly.
Yeah, it seems like a bad idea. Because if he's wrong.
Oh. Hold on. 1 second.
Yeah?
Any road, you got a war to wage, so I'll let you get on. I just thought someone should know. I'll be seeing you, hero. There you go.
Next.
Okay,
Oh, that was one.
This way. Yeah, that was one.
Whoa, I forgot what we were doing for a minute there because it went on for
Which
long
one are we going
enough
to do next, Eric?
and didn't even like feature the same character we were talking to.
You really aren't absorbing anything that's happening, are you?
I mean, there's a lot of distractions.
Yeah.
Oh.
Keith, wait, what?
Oh, I was here first and nobody else came, so I thought you guys went somewhere else.
Oh, sorry.
So Ishgard seeks sellswords to bolster its ranks, huh? Though I'm not sure I like the sound of the siege, those nobles will surely be generous with their rewards. But I have pledged myself to guard Revenant's toll. Modest work though it is, I am loath to break the terms of my contract. What to do, what to do.
Yeet. Alright, bye.
You're adept.
And that'll are equally cutscene-y.
Oh, it's all the way up here.
Look, how do you get up here?
Stairs. But we've evolved beyond such things.
Sell me blade to the Ishgardians. Well, them dragons are a fearsome lot, but I'd slay me fair share if the coins was good. I've worked with one o' them knights before, you know. Watched me like a bloody hawk, he did. Still, I'd put up with worse. than that for a heavy purse.
For a heavy purse.
Hmm. I mean, gold is heavy.
Is it even higher?
Put it in the bank, lunatic.
Oh, it's in here. Inside. First door on the right. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Hello there. He's angular, apparently.
Oh, not an angler?
very
like
angular.
a fisherman?
Volunteer my services in the defense of Ishgard? I think not. Dragons claim the lives of every one of my brothers. I do not mean to offer mine. It was to escape such a fate that I took up the mantle of adventurer in the first place. I'd sooner die in the pursuit of fortune than huddle behind an icy wall.
Do you have any idea how many dragons we've killed as adventurers?
Yeah, and you know how many dragons killed his family?
Like real ones?
Probably
or
like one.
Pseudo ones.
He had like a brother and it died, and he's like, that's it. No more dragon kills.
Every
Won't do
single
it.
Also, you'd
one
think-
of my brothers.
Yeah, you'd think as an adventurer, you'd be like, oh yeah, no, this is my perfect opportunity to get revenge.
I lost every
But
single
no.
one of my brother.
I mean,
Are you there you are, hero. So, did you sway any hearts?
Definitely not.
One or two, eh? Well, added to mine, that makes 3 or 4, not including Slaffborn's friends. We won't have the largest company in the army, but I'd say one Revenant's toll veteran is worth a dozen clanking knights at least. Why do we have reason to think anyone here is capable besides us?
Especially
Yeah, wait.
It's just
considering,
like dudes standing around.
yeah, like look at Andrew. Like look at that armor. That's not armor. Like I don't know about you, but I'd definitely take a knight in clanking armor.
Meanwhile, this person over here is like
over a
on a
king.
Fabergé egg on purpose. Like you're just begging them to destroy you.
also says the guy wearing what amounts to a motorcycle jacket and some slacks.
Hey, hey! This stops road rash. Okay. It's
Okay.
totally
Yeah.
armor.
I mean, I'm
And mine
dressed
beats the
appropriate.
heat.
Oh, I've been
Just like
so
your-
caught up with recruiting that I almost forgot. There's been word from Alphino. No. Apparently the Alliance leaders are convening in Uldad to discuss Ishgard's plight. And they've requested a presence, as usual. Anyway, you'd best make your way to Uldad, and you'll be late. Alphino said that he would meet you at the Royal Promenade. Speak with Alphino at the Royal Promenade. Oh, Black Betty, Thanalan. Thanalan. Thanalan.
Ride the teleport.
The steps of Lulu.
Also, here, Andrew, does this make you feel any better?
What?
Probably
Oh
the
my god,
cham-
this outfit's adorable.
Is it the
Wait,
Chamber
hold on a
of
second. I gotta
Rule?
look at this.
Is
first.
that the right spot?
Oh my god, I love this
Probably, yeah.
outfit.
Is this any better, Andrew? Well, is it?
Oh wait, no, hold on. I'm looking at this girl's outfit. So
He's
fucking
just so
funky. I love it.
obsessed.
Wait, no, where'd she go? Okay, where are you? Sorry,
I'm standing right here. Is this any better?
it's Artemis.
Hold on. There we go.
No, now you look bougie as fuck. No one's gonna trust you with a sword.
I-
Oh my god, Artemis looks like a
Do I look like I'm carrying a sword?
goth girl. Now see, that's an outfit that instills fear. Look at
Yes. He designed it after a commissar? Maybe it serves?
that. Yeah, look at that shit. It's got gun
Something from
bullets on the
Warhammer.
side, and there's
Well, yeah, he's a machinist.
eye
Right?
patch.
Nope,
and,
nope,
Yeah.
That's not a machinist. That's a gunbreaker. Never mind.
Anyways, where do we have to go?
Chamber of
Chamber
Rule.
of Rule.
Chamber. Always somewhere.
Yeah, during that pirate conversation, admittedly, my mind just kind of wandered because I was thinking about like audio quality and scheduling and the number of complications that might be added with if you have a girlfriend in your single room apartment a lot of the time. I was
I'm trying to.
How's that? I'm
trying to move
thinking
the
about like how to
story.
schedule and plan certain
What I think
series
that
we're
is.
thinking about recording and stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to a new place.
Why do you keep
Priest.
fading out?
Probably from the voice thing, 'cause I've lowered it so that way the background noise doesn't get picked up as much.
Weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a weird effect for sure.
Does it really sound that weird?
Well, you keep sounding
Well,
like
it
you're
sounds like you just yeah, you're just fading out halfway through what you're saying.
like,
Oh,
you're,
that's
you're like
yeah.
you're always sliding in and out on the like someone's fading you in and out with like a crossfade.
Yeah,
It's
don't
really
mind me.
weird.
I'm just gonna slowly move my microphone away from me, and then I'm gonna slowly move it back. And fix that sounds.
That's basically me moving my head left or right to look away from it, and the moment I look away, then it starts doing the like, okay, fade him out.
Yep.
So that's my bad. Sorry.
My apologies for calling you away from your tasks. I had hoped to proceed with these negotiations one leader at a time, but it seems my... Please no. Please all at once. It seems my urgent request for an audience have prompted a gathering of the council. Needless to say, I feel obliged to attend. The Alliance leaders are already seated within. Let us join them, shall we?
There are so many scenarios that would go faster if we just get everyone in the same room. So yes,
Well,
please,
that's
thank
exactly
you.
what happened. So thank goodness. I assume this is gonna be voiced, so.
We are well aware of Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment.
Then I trust there are no objections to the Crystal Braves' intervention.
Uldar has none.
Gridania does not object.
The Crystal Braves are yours to command, Alfino. Do what you will. We shall...
Oops.
It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer. I know it is within your means.
Do not presume that you have knowledge of our every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but two of many. We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard. Not when our own homes are still under siege.
We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Telegi Adalegi and his ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence.
The enemy is at their gates, and you would cower behind yours?
No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what support we can.
Aye, support. A handful of men and no more.
Would that we could commit more than a token force to this cause. Yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies ever want for work.
Ah, yes. The free companies. They're not like to turn you down.
I beg your pardon? You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sell swords? Crises like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man.
My duty is to my country and my people. If you expect us to place the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Lest you doubt, Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest. If you cannot understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table.
Forgive me, Admiral. I was careless in my choice of words.
I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again. If I may, Your Grace, I wish to propose a redistribution of forces. If we entrust the security of Uldar to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard. Your Grace?
Yes. Yes, of course. Do what you will.
Is her grace not feeling well?
To the best of my knowledge, her grace is in perfect health.
I see. Carry on.
Well, that was weird.
Oh, there's little stairs there. Okay. I looked like I was 40 feet tall for a second there. I looked so huge because of like the forced perspective that was happening with Robon. That was tripping me out. Also, it was tripping me out that like this might be a graphic setting that I have set or something, but the reflections of the giant table are like 4 frames per second or something. Like I can specifically see it with Merlwib. It's like incredibly slow frame rate reflections of her arms moving around. They were really prominent.
Yeah,
I didn't notice that.
It's the software reflection. Trying to keep up.
Once again, I owe you an apology. It seems you have been conscripted into leading a contingent of adventurers on yet another mission of inestimable danger.
What else do I do, Alphino? Like, what personality or drive do I have outside of leading adventurers on inestimable danger expeditions?
Don't forget picking up flowers. Don't forget picking up flowers.
But I fear we have been left with little alternative. We cannot well abandon Lord Housefart and Sir Aymeric to their fate. We must abide by the Council's decision, as short-sighted as it is, and strive to fulfill our roles as Eorzea's guardians. Captain Elbert, what news? The assault has begun. We have but this moment concluded our audience with the Alliance leaders. Move our forces into position. Your unit will join House Durandare at the Steel Vigil. Man the cannons alongside the knights, and thin the Dravanian horde ere they descend upon Ishgard. I will join you as soon as I am able. Hero, I would have you and your adventurer allies bolster the defenses at the Steps of Faith. Report first to Sir Marcelane at the Gates of Judgment, and he will direct you to where you are needed most. May the gods grant us victory.
Back to Camp Dragonhead.
Yay.
Off to Kurthus.
I love war.
Yeah, I mean, you usually get to play during it.
Yeah.
Good for business.
That's why they call it war games.
I feel like real life war would be too exhausting to have fun with it, though.
You know, they may call it war games, but usually those end.
Could you imagine if any television show was paced like this?
There are several.
It'd be canceled immediately.
No.
I've never seen a show that has this pacing.
Be glad.
I mean,
You've never watched a soap opera.
They're canceled. Doesn't shit happen like crazy in soap operas? Because they desperately need to. It's like they desperately need
filler,
to keep
filler,
watching
filler. Something exciting. Filler.
It's like the pacing of the actual story
and a crazy thing happening every single episode.
But that's the thing, is like those are character related issues. They're not plot related.
Yeah,
the problem is like the plot.
Characters
okay,
just
fine.
as good or better than plot.
Detective Conan did. Fucking 1,000 episodes. We still haven't even gotten to like 1% of the main story yet.
Don't you
like
get
how
to,
the fuck
you get to like establish and solve a mystery every episode?
Sometimes it takes 3 episodes. Sometimes it takes 2. Sometimes
well, 3 episodes would be about an hour. That would still be an entire mystery done in less time than all of the setup we've been reading today so far.
But the mystery doesn't have anything to do with the story.
That is a story though.
No. That's filler. Those are filler stories.
I mean, the definition of filler is kind of all over the place, but it's still something. Like if you're a procedural with daily theming or whatever, then that's still like the thing that you're doing.
I guess. Or
like this is like
then
over
you have
an
to
hour
acknowledge
of setup for what, frankly, we've already been setting up for hours already. It's just like this ongoing conflict, and it's always just like hours of just setting up a thing, but not like the like Game of Thrones sort of way where it's like here's all these factions backstabbing each other and vying for power and doing interesting things, and then all the individual characters we care about having different reactions and motivations to it all. It's just like kind of the same conversation happening, and then we have the same conversation but slightly different, and then it's like slowly sliding in a direction sluggishly, but also no interesting character beats are happening, and there's no big reveals, and it's just like, okay, we're gonna fight, I get it, it's like the next expansion or story arc, and it's like a next level amount of padding. And just it's like it's less pacing and more like an 18-wheeler's wheels are just spinning in the mud and it's not moving.
It doesn't get better. So like, you should be playing this because you enjoy this level of storytelling.
I mean, everyone on the entire planet keeps claiming it's better.
Fucking lying to you. They always do.
Taken us
They
9 months already to get
consistently-
this far, so it's a big fucking ask.
They
Well, that's because it's
consistently-
ARR. ARR is so long.
It's so long. And this,
No.
they like this, like it's so long, despite the
This
fact
is
that
the
they,
shortened
like,
version.
They like hastily rewrote it in like a year from scratch, and it's still taking this long. How'd they
Each
write this
expansion
much?
Still, God, that's all they have time to do.
I
What do
guess
you think? It's not like they're improving anything.
I guess you can write this much of it, it's just your first draft, and you just put it out.
It's not like there's a balancing system they have to work with every week. Like all
It's like
they're
a-
doing
it's
is
like
just
a
patches
book.
and more story.
It's like a whole book, but a book would have been
Yes.
edited.
I mean, it's. I don't know.
Let's see. Marceline's probably another completely new character, right?
It is.
I never know if we'll see them again, so I don't know if I should care about them.
Probably not. You shouldn't. You are the appointed captain of the sellsword contingent? Then welcome. There is no shortage of blade work to be done. As we speak, Dravarian skirmishing parties are harrying positions across the Central Highlands. I have assigned the Crystal Braves and your fellow adventurers to contain these scattered attacks, and for the present, I would have you join them. This is, of course, merely a precursor to the assault on Ishgard proper. The wily serpents seek to divide and confuse our forces, but we will not be so easily drawn out of position. The Temple Knights will remain on the steps of faith and continue our preparations. When the Horde arrives in force, they shall face a wall of Ishgardian steel. Report back to me once their advanced skirmishes are slain. That was like 6 word bubbles to say one sentence.
Now, chat, when I say that they rewrote the game, I'm not talking about the trimming patch that happened recently. I'm talking about the fact that the game was terrible. They deleted the whole thing, started over, and rewrote a whole new campaign in only like a year, and then put that game out. Like this game, like as far as I'm aware, this is a separate campaign than the original taken down Final Fantasy XIV. So that means they had to rewrite the entire campaign in like a year, and they wrote so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to account for 40 quests. Just
it wasn't
going
that
poof.
long of a gap, right, between 14 and 14.2. Whatever the fuck.
First of all, it was Final Fantasy 11, and then Final Fantasy, or yeah.
Well,
Final
no.
Fantasy
Well,
11.
11's a different game that's still up. I mean, 14 came out and it was terrible, and they literally took the entire game down and then put it out again a year later. And that second one was a new campaign with a new story.
Yeah.
Because they keep referring to the previous game's story, even though we can't play it. They always talk about like 3 years ago or whatever, some bullshit happened. Oh man, the heroes from 3 years ago. Like that was a different story which they kept canon. So that means they had to write this entire thing so quick. So that's why I'm like so amazed that like, oh my god, they wrote so much. Maybe that's why it all feels like a first fucking draft.
Hang it off.
Let's go fuck up a horde runner. I'm pressing buttons. Ah, fuck him up. Oh, he's dead already.
Don't get too comfortable. We're gonna
I
stop
mean,
doing
FP one shots everybody, so there's literally less.
I'm
gameplay
literally
than ever
using my
before.
least powerful spells.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're level 60. There's less gameplay than ever before. I don't even have to dodge danger. Fuck it. I'll just stand
What are you
still.
doing like 400 points of damage?
They're level 50. Oh crap! I'm accidentally teleporting somehow. How did I do that?
What?
Oh. I think my hotbar switched randomly, and so I started teleporting away. The teleport hotkey came up.
Wait, where do we gotta go now? Oh, we gotta go all the way to the top area? Good
Yep.
God.
Luckily, we can fly over the open gap. Thankfully, there's no invisible wall here.
Until.
Until.
Yeah, exactly. Until there is. Because of course there will be.
Maybe one day. You can fly no higher.
Let's see here. Let me check something first. Okay, yeah, I can run that. Oh, there we go. That'll solve the problem.
More
having fun there,
danger.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got him.
I guess. Wait, no. There's still an enemy. Weird. I guess it keeps counting abruptly as combat being over, so it keeps switching to my non-combat bars. So
Yeah, combat ends.
So I keep almost heartening over and over again when there's still enemies around.
Look at this big boy going down.
Got
Easy.
him.
Like I said, they're basic enemies.
And then we just leave. There's like a whole battle still happening around us, but Going over here.
That's
Ignore
for
those
an
combat
icicle.
sounds. Yeah.
I'm impressed by how much gameplay that was. Included 2 areas.
The thumbnail for this stream looks like a female version of Keith. What the fuck does that mean?
What?
What the fuck does that mean? I have no idea what that means.
For the stream?
I don't know. Oh, it looks like the thumbnail for the stream is currently Pirate Guy.
Let me see.
Oh.
I mean, hey, that works.
Because
yeah,
YouTube just
Pirate
latches
Guy.
onto any
He is
humanoid
a
face.
He has a more major NPC than really every other NPC we've had to talk to, except for like 3 of them. So, you know.
That's true. What news, adventurer? The reinforcements? Decimated, you say? Dravarian devils, damn their scaly hides. Hold fast to your grief and fury, my lady. We will avenge your the deaths of your fellows in the battle to come. I don't think anybody I know died, right?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't...
Who died? You commit yourself to the siege, but you should know what it is you are tasked with defending. Beyond the gates of judgment lie the steps of faith, a great bridge of stone that leads directly to the city of Ishgard. More than simply a means to cross the Sea of Clouds, the bridge serves as a foundation for the arcane wards that form the barrier we call Danifin's Collar. Alas, in dispelling the barrier's outermost layer, that thrice-damned witch Iceheart stripped the bridge of its protection, and thus are the dragons now able to land unhindered upon the steps of faith. Should the Dravarians succeed in destroying the remainder of the wards, the winged devils will be free to swarm within the city itself. Needless to say, we cannot suffer that to happen. It shall be our task as defenders to prevent any harm from coming to those parts of the bridge wherein the wards are sealed. All now rests on us, adventurer. Lead your comrades out onto the steps of faith and prepare to meet the horde. May the fury guide your blades.
How windy is it? Look at
These
his, look at his
Dravanians won't last
chainmail
much
like
longer.
flap in the wind.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned about the chainmail over his ears.
Okay.
That's
Time to do
That's some Nintendo
things.
64 Ocarina graphics right there.
It looks like it would hurt.
Oop, oh, there we go.
Wouldn't
Move
it?
Again.
Wouldn't like having chainmail on your ears hurt?
Probably. I mean, every single time I see fucking Effie's race in this game, and they have like, wait, is that Effie's race? Yeah. I think
Wait,
yes,
why do we
I think
why do
so.
we break up the?
Every time I see one of them
Yeah,
have
we
a
didn't.
crazy
It's a crossword.
crazy ear or anything, really, I'm always like, what? That's gotta hurt like fucking crazy. Either that's the fucking snuggest fit ever to your skull and never moves, or it just bashes against the sides of your ears constantly every time it like bounces up or down or left or right or any other direction. Like every movement would chafe like fucking crazy.
I was gonna say
or,
that
like,
dude's
bruise
ears
and
are
damage
like
your
chapped.
ears all the time.
Yep. All right.
Why wouldn't you just put leather over them? What the
So
fuck?
let's
Like,
go
it's
ahead
so
and
weird.
Just leave them open.
Well, I don't know about that. His ears probably get cold,
Or
right?
something. I don't know.
Put some
They're
put some
incredibly
knit faith.
inconvenient ears. It's just not a great time all around.
What do we gotta do? Doing a dungeon?
Yeah, it's time for content.
Oh
And
my god.
the good news about instances is at least they're level locked. It's an 8-man. We've got 6
Alright.
already.
Yep. We're gonna have to find the other 2 because I don't think Emerald's gonna be available. And
Let's
Zutani is
go.
here. Hold on.
Has your girlfriend basically moved in at this point?
No.
Or is it just the weekends or whatever?
Yep.
Yeah, because yeah, Stephanie's in a relationship right now too, and it's just like that dude just lives here. He just
Yeah, that
lives in this house at this point. Like I genuinely wonder if he ever goes home.
I don't know. That
time
that just seems a little
coverage.
weird to me.
Yep. That's everyone who's gonna be available. Okay. We have both
Like,
healers. We have 2 tanks. Cool.
Doop.
Commence. Wait, do we know who the other tank is? Okay, good.
Yep.
I'm just used to being like, oh, someone's in a relationship now. Bye. Goodbye forever. The time commitment is
Sounds
for
like
some
somebody
people.
doesn't have good time management.
For a lot of people, it's just a next level time commitment where it's just like that's your life now. You work and you be in relationship, and that's all of your time. And your friends see you in like 5 years after the breakup.
Jesus.
Like, oh, you're back from the war.
I think you need healthier friendships. Like that's not a healthy way to be in any kind of relationship. I don't know.
That's a big dragon. Is it just
that is a big dragon?
It's a big dragon. Also, this fucking path looks already destroyed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we gotta. Who's gonna be on Big Bertha's?
I'll probably grab.
I don't know the mechanics of this one.
Honestly,
you gotta
we can just brute
shoot the
force it.
dragon. Well,
you gotta
we
shoot
can.
the dragon.
All right. Am I main tanking or is Artemis main tank? What are you doing? What are we doing?
I think Artemis looks like he's already got tank stance up. So.
All right. Oh, why'd I do that? I'm sorry. Fine. Go.
So what am I doing? Just hitting him?
Yeah.
Does he have like instant kill mechanics that I have to know about? Like, oh, you better know about.
Don't get
You
stepped
better
on.
know how to
That's
disarm the. Please stop. What's it called?
You okay there, Keith?
Just lost the entire joke. Better be able to disarm this like fucking keep talking and nobody explodes bomb in 30 seconds or the whole raid wipes and it's your fault. And Effie kept it a secret as a joke.
I mean, I'm not telling you anything because I don't want to spoil anything.
That's not.
And also because I don't remember this fight.
That's not how
honestly.
8-mans work. You don't learn by doing. These are always just random bullshit you would never know unless someone just tells you or you look it up. Or they're nothing mechanics where nothing happens. One or the other. Does it do his foot? Do his feet do damage? They look threatening.
Sorry, he wouldn't latch on to me.
You're gonna be dead soon. There you go. No, lock onto the guy. There you go.
I was gonna say, I think someone was supposed to shoot cannons at him, right?
Is the mechanic not happening? Are we in
I think
trouble?
we're just brute forcing it.
No,
Are we gonna be able to?
I thought you said we had someone on like gun duty.
Well, you can brute force it.
Just be so overleveled that you just kill him. Oh, yep, his feet do hurt. Eventually.
I did say don't get stepped on. I wasn't kidding.
Yeah, I think I was just not quite getting hit by it until now.
Yeah, you can stand in his belly.
Oh.
There's the raid wide stun.
That was weird.
Oh god. junk is about to explode. Die, dragon. You don't belong in this world. Are we gonna be able to brute force this guy? He's getting kind of close.
I just assumed people knew what they were doing. I don't know. Maybe it's not working. Are you winning, son?
Oh yeah, we gotta get these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles out of here.
Nope, that's explosion.
Right, that's right into that.
Yep.
Oh, I've been stunned.
Nope, stunned. I escape.
Oh, don't stand in that.
Oh,
Oh dear.
there's a lot of different rings of bad looking stuff. Oh! He's looking really close to the thing. Do we lose when he gets there?
Yeah, if he gets to the main
If he gets
temple,
all the way
we
to the
lose.
end, yeah, and breaks through, we lose.
Can we crowd control him or something? Because he's like there.
The cannons. Well, this is not the end one. There's.
Yeah, at the very end there's
Those are more
platform.
gates.
Yeah.
Ah, it's like Monster Hunter Rise. Where I'm like, I can't tell how close to losing I am.
I mean, he's at 9%, so we've definitely got this.
There's like a big wall you're defending in Monster Hunter Rise. Like, oh my god, I can't let him through the gate. And then he gets to the gate. I'm like, now a second room to defend. I'm like, what? I didn't even know I was defending more rooms. I didn't know. I'm the boss fight, and I don't know I have more phases.
Yay.
Brute force. Big dragon goes splat.
Where did my sword go?
We did it.
I just want to throw this out here right now. It is really weird seeing a Lalafell in the dancer outfit.
Why?
I mean, they were never not weird. They're just an unfortunate existence. Why am
I'm
I
sorry,
like this?
potato, excuse me.
We get all these like important conversations, and everyone's weighty and heavy, and oh my god, the stakes. And then fucking stupid potatoes are waving their hands around trying to walk. Like they can't even walk
The
right.
dragons! They are withdrawing! Victory is ours!
Who are you?
Yahoo!
Potato.
Oh.
Was this someone's character laying on the ground, or was that just a really
Where were you during the
weirdly-
entire fight?
really weirdly unique looking Rogadin?
One of
he was-
Nidhogg's. Go ahead.
Nope, go for
One of Nidhogg's greatest champions, slain. The Horde will not soon recover from this blow. But what of you, Nidhogg? Why did you not join your minions and make of this battle a slaughter? Have you grown so fond of the stench of your lair? Mayhap you prefer to have your allies fight your battles for you. You have a girl to do your bidding now, do you not? No matter. I shall slay Iceheart and all the rest. But I yearn to spill the blood of a great worm, Nidhogg, and only your death will sate my lance.
Sound a little,
Dragon
serial
jump!
killer. What? Just got fucking, what do they call those? Kami? Or no, not Kami.
You can,
Common.
you
Common
can
Rider.
absolutely figure out the fights as you do them. You did that in the coils. I disagree. Everyone went straight to the wikis and guides every time we tried any fight. And also,
yeah, the coils are
no
pain.
time in 100 years would I ever figure out the fucking like fight this robot between 4 towers that have different charge levels and some shit's happening or whatever the fuck. Like I would have never figured that out from like trying it over and over again. That fight was just noise.
Like the Bahamut coils are equivalent to some of the Savage raids. It's crazy hard. There's no way you'd be able to figure out those mechanics normally.
Hero, the dragons are routed. Lest you wonder, the fighting at the Steel Vigil was also fierce, but my crystal braves were not found wanting.
Oh, God.
Commander Levalier, hero, true to your word, you've arrived to aid us in our hour of need, and could someone close the fucking window? Jesus Christ.
It's so
On behalf
windy
of the
in this
Holy
enclosed
See
area.
and the people of Ishgard, I offer you my humble thanks.
That the bangs just flapping in the wind is distracting.
Though I would stay to lavish you with well-deserved praise, I fear I must away to oversee the aftermath of the siege. Not all the dragons are fled, and they are yet wounded to be carried from the field. Pray let us meet anon, that I might express my thanks with the proper courtesy.
I don't really go on those subreddits. Okay, bye.
I too would offer my thanks, Zev. Hero,
Whoops.
It slips every once in a while.
Through your deeds, we have achieved a victory of singular importance. I avoided slipping for like 6 months, and then it goes.
Yep.
With the Dravanian
What happens
horde
when
thus
it's level?
weakened and scattered, the threat to Ishgard has been greatly diminished. And mayhap equally significant, the Holy See must now recognize the necessity of cooperation with foreign powers. Long have they barred their gates against the outside world, but I am confident that the day will soon come when Ishgard proclaims itself a member of the Eorzean Alliance once more. Much have been sacrificed in our struggles against dragons and primals, the Ascians and the Empire, but step by unfaltering step, we march ever nearer to our goal. And as ever, the journey is made with you in the van. The victory you have won this day gives us greater hope for the morrow. 'Tis a hope
Wait,
that
what does he
shall
mean?
sustain us in the days. What was up?
Sorry, what does he mean by van? Like
Van-
caravan?
I already forgot what I wrote, what I read.
He
because
said-
I'm
he said
distracted
with,
by the fact that my entire chat's currently arguing with me, and they're all wrong, but they're all arguing with me right now, and so I'm not actually absorbing what I'm reading.
And so you keep thinking that they're right about the length of content.
What? What'd you say?
I
Talk about the
assume
story.
they're. I don't
What?
know.
None of that transmitted correctly. I don't know what any.
No, I was saying like they're arguing with you because they're wrong, but they're also the same people who keep telling you it gets better after
I mean,
the expansion.
They're wrong all the
So it's
time.
like-
They argued with me when I was like, it's saying it's stupid that my character isn't feature complete.
Well, continue.
I also like the guy that just insults me periodically. That's a great way to get banned. 'Tis a hope that shall sustain us in the days to come, and bear us past the many evils that yet seek to hinder our progress. Yes, as we have done well, my friend and I, for one, would take a moment to savor the enormity of our achievement. The demands of duty, however, allow me little time for levity. I must accompany Captain Ilberd back to Ul'dah and reassign those braves whose squads suffered heavy losses. You, my friend, have earned a rest at the Rising Stones. Pray return to Revenant's Toll and share your tale of Minfilia in person.
Oh man, back to the Rising Stones.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba, we did it. I'm amazed I have to explain this, but like MMORPG boss fights are not designed to be particularly intuitive. That's just the genre as a whole. They're built completely based around the idea of the fact that the community collectively solves the fight within like an hour anyway, so you don't actually need the fights to be intuitive because literally like 0.01% of the audience solves how to do fights and the rest of them reads about it on guides. Like that's how the entire genre has functioned since like WoW 1.0, and like I have a lot of experience with raids in this game at this point from coils and so on, and I know what the fights are like, where there's 75 phases and 80 overlapping mechanics and the insanity of it all. It's like, yeah, no, this isn't Zelda. These aren't designed to be intuitive fights you would solve on your own. They're designed for you to look at the guide and find out how to do it all. You don't collectively get like 20 people on the right page on how to solve these puzzles intuitively, just on the fly by just winging it.
Real quick, I'm also gonna go ahead and reform the party real fast.
It's also self-contradictory to say like, so then don't do it by trial and error. That's literally what it means to not use a guide. It's trial and error. That's what that means.
You gotta figure out a
But
mechanic.
I'm done arguing though. I'm not gonna fucking continue this. I already said my point. But saying not to do trial and error, but also not to use a guide. I'm like, what the fuck? You just contradicted yourself. That's literally it's literally the only way to not use a guide. Where's Andrew go?
Sorry, I was trying to figure out why I can't join your party. Because I'm unable to join.
Is it? Oh, it's probably because you're talking to someone or...
Oh, okay. Sorry, I already started talking to Minfilia.
That's fine. Hero, welcome back. Alphino sent word of the siege. And, of course, the role you played in ending it. Your deeds never cease to amaze me, Hero. Thank you. Alright, real quick, go ahead and accept that invite.
Yeah. Party site, yes. There you go. Accept.
Cutscene.
Not voiced.
You must be wary, Hero. And now may very well be your only chance to...
Antecedent. There's been 17 deaths in the family. The cast got really lean and story-friendly all of a sudden.
Any day now, please.
A messenger from Ul'dah arrived with a missive from you.
What's that? You want more characters in a new location?
No! Only if we leave all these ones behind.
What's that? They're all coming with us?
No!
Oh.
Get ready to wear your voice out. The royal seal. Curious indeed.
Was it on like a letter or?
I mean, she did say it was a missive, so yeah, probably.
Ah.
An invitation. On behalf of the Council of the Eorzean Alliance, Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ul'Namo invites the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to attend a feast at the Royal Palace of Ul'dah in honor of Ishgard's recent victory. It would seem we are to be recognized for our part in lifting the siege. You for your valiant efforts as commander of the adventurers contingent, and the Archons for their earnest attempts to rouse the city-states. Truly, I find it strange that the Alliance leaders should think themselves deserving of a place at such a celebration. All three refused to deploy their standing armies, preferring to send hastily assembled companies of sellswords, many of whom perished ere the siege began. Are they truly so brazen as to seek to share in the glory of your triumph?
Yes.
They have done
Yeah,
that
that's
every
what
other
they've
time.
been doing for for
It's not like
how
they've
many months
ever
now?
like helped me fight the god dragon boss fights or whatever has been happening in the game.
Yeah, the only
Hi.
NPCs that we saw in that entire fight were Ishgardians. That's it.
Hi, hello. You know this nice new building you have? You're welcome for that. It was me who destroyed the Ultima weapon. You're welcome.
Haven't Minfilia, haven't you been taking credit for my accomplishments the whole game?
I don't actually think so.
I'm the only character.
Yes, she has. Literally
she?
everything. Yeah, everything that the fucking Seven Scions have gotten has only been because of us. We are literally the only reasons that this group continues to function.
And there's
properly.
canonically one of us the whole time because everyone else is just rando adventurers we found that don't have continuity.
Yeah.
It's just one guy.
I don't think she's taken credit for everything, but
But I mean, the Scions as a group takes credit
Yeah.
for all of
Well,
our
yeah,
work, and
that's
so
because-
it's not weird
yeah,
to see
we're
like
part
other
of the
people doing
Scions,
it.
therefore the Scions were the one who did all the things. Yeah, that's yeah.
We're only part of the Scions by like a weird happenstance, like
By
you
association,
don't-
basically.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you don't get affected by the Echo. Well, could you just
Come
hang
join
around us
us.
for a bit? We're trying to
Yeah.
like deal with some shit, and it's like, all right, I guess. It's like, hey, do you want to like topple these immortal beings? It won't take long. It's like, all right. It's like,
I mean, it
every-
did take only about 5 minutes to fight, but you know.
But like, we did that. We fucking fought that guy. We kicked his ass.
Yeah.
Like, and nobody came and give us a fucking birthday party. Everyone's just like, yeah, look at that. Good
Happy
job,
birthday
Scions.
to
We took care of one of the guys. You lost a person, but like, you know. Yeah, okay, sure. Sorry
Yeah,
that I
my
showed
birthday
up.
just passed and Minfilia didn't even notice.
The game probably
Such an
does.
inconsiderate bitch. But mayhap they seek a pretext to meet with the Ishgardians while the mood is yet jubilant. Such an occasion would present a fine opportunity to press for Ishgard's return to the Eorzean Alliance. We have scarce the time to mourn Moonbreda, and I, for one, am in no mood to carouse. But I suppose we must put away our grief for the good of the realm. Though you were promised rest, I fear I must insist that you also attend. It would be a strange celebration indeed if the victorious hero were not present. Pray content yourself with the thought that such occasions may bring a momentous change, and this without recourse to bloodshed. Tataru, if you would do me a favor of contacting the rest of the Scions.
Of course, Antecedent. And please let me know if there's anything else I can do.
Well,
she's mad she didn't get the invitation. That's all it is, right there. That's
I want to
just
point
spite.
out that we're having a party in Udal, the place that's currently having a fucking revolt going on.
Not
which
to mention,
doesn't feel like a good time to be having a party. Like, we're showing up after a war that they definitely didn't want anything to do with. And we're having a party there. All the while, poor people are dying of hunger and no jobs.
yeah, even though it's
Like-
literally supposed to be the city of riches, you know, like
I feel like we're literally just a person who only does, like, we go out and we do the right thing. We always save the world or whatever. And then we're just like paraded around by bad people for doing that good thing. Where it's like, yeah, look at this person who did a heroic duty. Cheers. And it's like, could you guys just not be bad people? It's like, no, here's a party. Forget
Curious.
it.
I have never known Tataru to side such requests. Could aught be amiss? No.
Probably
she's in
tired,
love
man.
with Hoary Boulder.
No, not Hoary Boulder.
Pining from afar. Unrequited
Time to go
love.
talk to Tataru to figure out why she's being
Lay sigh.
moody.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Oh, she's not even here.
Nope.
Destination.
She is nowhere to be found.
She
Surveying.
has left the building.
Let me just look left and right
Actually,
about
you know what? Now that I
75
think about it-
times before I register she's not here.
Have we ever figured out what Tataru's last name is?
Tataru is conspicuous in her absence. Do they have last names? The bean people?
Yeah, usually it follows along some sort of weird thing. Actually, now that I think about it, Papa Limo doesn't have a last name displayed over his head either.
I don't remember if any of them normally do. I don't know.
A lot of the NPC ones do.
I guess we don't necessarily
Like,
know
or the
anyone's last
minor
names,
NPC ones
Jin?
specifically. Yeah, like for example, Nanamo Ulnamo.
I don't think the Scions have
Okay.
last names.
I don't
The
think
controller
we've
keeps
ever
disconnecting.
established
Banfree
names or
doesn't
not.
have one. Minfilia doesn't have one.
I need to like reinstall
Even
the
Minfilia's mom doesn't have
firmware.
one. Who's what we're talking to now?
Flimin.
Phlegm.
I believe this was you.
Oh, this is me.
Yeah.
Tataru, I believe she just stepped outside. Now that I think on it, she did seem rather preoccupied.
Yeah, why did her last
Oh.
name seem significant to you?
Well, I was just thinking about it. Like every single
It's not like it's,
minor
it's not like it's gonna be
NPC
revealed. Her
has-
name's like Tataru Lockhart.
Well, no. But every minor NPC that we've come across has had, you know, some weird variation of their name. Like,
Do they?
yeah, it's they're the ones with the name that has to like rhyme and or sound like the first name.
Well, yeah, Tataru.
I love the idea that
That's the naming
Well,
scheme.
Tataru's
That's their
is
naming
their
scheme. Is
entire
one
first
syllable.
name.
One syllable repeats, and then there's a third syllable that's a different sound. That's the naming scheme of all of the
here.
beans.
She's up top.
Is she up top?
Papa Limo, Tataru.
Yeah.
It's just all of them. Their last name was
there she
never
is.
necessarily an established part of that naming scheme. Mainly because we basically don't know anyone's last names. I don't even know if last names are a thing.
I like to imagine that she's like, her name is like Tataru. What was that guy's name?
Alucard.
No, the Von Baelsar or whatever.
Baelsar.
Van Belsar?
Yeah, she's like a Garlean in disguise.
She doesn't. Well, for one, she doesn't
like-
have the third
she-
eye.
She like throws
Those
open.
aren't eyes,
she, like,
are they?
throws
Are they
her.
like a gem?
she, like,
No, those
throws
are
her-
apparently eyes.
It could be hiding under her bangs and her hat.
She like throws her clothes off and she grows like 6 feet tall and she becomes a human being. And she's like, I'm actually a Garlean all along. And
She's
it's like,
proportionally
oh, no.
still the same way though. She just looks like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man stomping around. Oh,
Man, a
Hero,
6 foot
it's
tall-
you. I didn't mean to worry anyone. It's nothing, really. Well, it's not nothing exactly, but it feels like nothing compared to the towering trials you and your others face every day, and yet this filler will still happen. And that's why I should probably talk to Minfilia before things get any worse. Oh, you always know what to say, Hero. I'm glad we had this little chat.
I didn't even say
funny,
anything.
Funny joke.
We didn't even say anything.
We're going right
Yeah,
back to
we did.
Minfilia.
Yep. Our silence
Oh,
speaks
God.
volumes.
Apparently.
I mean, they have to, because otherwise, how the hell?
Yeah,
are they-
and that volume is 0.
I mean, that's kind of the point of silence. It is volume 0.
Only if you let it be. There's no.
I mean, I
rule
guess
that
white
it has
noise
to be.
exists, so you know.
It's racist.
What?
Why does it have to be white?
Well, what does black noise sound like?
I don't know. That's
Well, if you can't answer what it sounds like, why are you judging me, bro?
maybe it's like white noise, but I don't know. What is? Maybe it's like white noise, but a different key.
Okay then. Yes, Tataru. You have my undivided attention.
I've been hesitant to broach the subject with all the recent excitement, but the hero here made me realize that there's no time like the present, and time is what I'm here to ask for. I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
I'm not sure I understand. If you wish to be excused from your duties for a time, then you certainly have excuse me, then you certainly have earned the rest. But I suspect that lying abed is far from your intent.
You know me too well, Antecedent. There is, in fact, something I've been wanting to try my hand at. Along with the adventurers at the Crystal Braves, the Scions are constantly being thrown into dangerous battles and deadly predicaments. Even
Like going
Hoary
to the Golden
Boulder.
Saucer and making
See,
bets.
I knew. First person on our mind, Hoary Boulder.
Don't get. I'm not validating this ship, Rose.
Even Hoary Boulder and Coltonet, is that a person? Have been promoted from guard duty to fill our need for competent warriors.
It's the Elzen guy who sticks around Hoary Boulder the entire
I'll
time,
never
I'm pretty
remember
sure.
that person. And so it seems
yes.
only right that I, too, should acquire the power to defend myself and, oh no. And others, more importantly. When I return, I shall be both your receptionist and your bodyguard, and then I will be ceremoniously murdered the next time a new threat has to establish how strong they are.
She's going to be... She's going to be a 4-foot paladin, I'm calling it right now. Or a 3-foot paladin, probably.
Oh, hey! It's Harry
Well,
Boulder.
that was a...
Who was Harry? Who was Harry Boulder?
Wait, this guy.
Who was his voice? I don't remember. Was it me or you or who?
That was Andrew.
Okay.
Whoa! Hey!
That's
Andrew?
the first time I've
Go ahead.
That's the first time I've almost been knocked to the ground by a Lullafell. Never seen Miss Tartaru so determined. As aught befell, with which I might help Antecedent?
Not at present, thank you. Was there something you would have asked me?
Oh yes. Pray excuse my distraction. An adventurer who was to join us for escort duty was injured while out on patrol. And I fear we cannot properly defend the scholars entrusted to our protection without the aid of at least one, looking at us, one more guard. Therefore, I humbly request that another adventurer of the capable kind, of course, be assigned to our party.
I wonder what adventurer is going to be assigned to the duty.
That armor design is so unusually decent for this game full of wacky nonsense.
Very well.
What, mine? Yeah. I know.
His, presumably. I shall consider the potential candidates and provide you with a replacement as soon as I am able. Hero, would you like to do it?
My thanks, Antecedent. I take my leave with you. Leave of you. Wow, that sounds a lot harsher than it actually is. I feel like when you say I take my leave of you, that's like saying goodbye forever.
No, that's just
Alright.
I take my leave.
Oh,
It's just
hey,
standard
we have
for this
2
weird
quests.
nonsense. Oh yeah, they're both
Tartaru's
and they're
last
both main
name.
quests.
Which one to accept first, guys?
The first one.
Tartaru's
Okay.
full name is Tataru Taru.
Tataru taru.
Tataru Taru.
The power to The power to
Taru.
defend oneself. Tataru has ever been full of surprises.
Like it's a
Now that I think
frog
of-
onomatopoeia.
Taru.
Jeez. Now that I think on it, I do recall Urianger mentioning that she had developed an interest in arcanima. Jeez, that's a word I've never heard before.
Arcanima? Huh.
Arcanima. Yeah. Like, I've heard of
Arcanime?
arcana,
Do-do-do-do-do.
arcanum.
Arcanima. Do.
Mayhaps she hopes to gain admittance to the Arcanist Guild in Limsa Limensa. Yes, that will be the way of it. Would you be so kind as to journey to the guild and see that all is well? It is doubtless unwarranted, but surely I am not alone in my concern for her safety. Do we want to accept the second quest? Oh, we can't.
They're main quests, so yeah.
Oh, I can't accept it.
Why not?
What?
Must not have a New Game Plus quest currently in progress. Oh, no.
Are you only allowed to do one at a time?
Apparently.
Weird.
Well, that's dumb. That's a
Oh.
weird restriction.
Yes.
Well, we should probably go do this quest and then come back.
Weird. I already clicked on it though.
Well, somebody else is gonna have to read it then.
I wonder, do you perchance recall the commitment I made to furnish Hoary Boulder with a capable adventurer? Well, I am sorry to say that I have as yet been unable to do so. Now, I realize that you are rather more than a capable adventurer, and that escort duty is frankly beneath a man of your talents, but since when? I have no one else to turn to at present. Might you be willing to forego rest and assist us in this matter?
Oh.
Generous to a fault, I thank you, hero. Now, it seems only fair that I would explain the import of the task in question. For some time, our order has employed a handful of scholars to travel around Eorzea, taking etheric readings. I know, I was a monk, I did it. This was my whole storyline as a monk. That we might better understand the impact of primal summonings. Naturally, it behooves us to ensure that our employees' safety, and so we ask the adventurers in our service to serve as escorts. I already did this in my storyline. This is just redundant now. Hori, Boulder, and Cultinet were to act as two such escorts, as was a third adventurer. Alas, due to injury, said adventurer is not presently fit for duty, hence my need to impose upon your goodwill. You are truly a pillar of strength, hero. Hori Boulder will share with you the details of your task. He should be waiting for you outside. Be safe. Alright, now time to do the other one first, because Effie has that one.
Yep. Off to Leminsa!
It's an unexpected ambition.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to train the bean creature.
Potato.
Oh, we gotta talk to Ori. Oh no.
Nope.
Well, no, because that's the quest that...
I'll pick that up immediately
that's the quest
after.
that Effie can't get yet.
Yep. That's a weird restriction of New Game Plus that I didn't expect.
He apparently can only have one main quest
Active
at a
quest.
time.
Yeah.
Well,
Weird.
It's very weird. Anyway, I'm here. Where is... Oh, downstairs.
Let's see. There's a terrifying frog person. Or is it a cat person? Yeah, it's a frog person. That's a nightmare. I'm surprised this game's not full of Balan Wonderworld skins now. Because Square Enix is so proud of that release.
They released an Alphino outfit, so there's a lot of people running around as Alphino.
Oh.
Yep.
Wait,
hairstyle and all.
What a boring outfit to choose, too.
The Alphino costume?
Yep.
Yeah.
And hairstyle.
I want a little thigh window. Look at my little thigh.
Oh, there's Andrew.
Where am
Keith.
I?
Arcanist Guild downstairs.
Going. Oh, there's stairs.
Yep, there you go. You found it. Hello.
Yeah.
Cutscene.
Are they having a Pokemon battle?
Hero, what are you doing here?
Don't you have, like, shit to do? What happened? Don't I want pacing? Alright, well, come along.
I didn't mean her to worry. That's the last thing I wanted.
Putting an end to such worries is precisely the reason I'm here, don't you see? I, Tataru Taru, that's like as if to answer Effie's question.
Wow, yeah.
Shall become a great and powerful arcanist. And now, as at Mistress Thubbergeems.
That's a name, dear lord.
Tub thumping. I can't stop. That's the wrong song. It's but it's the other song. Fuck. I get knocked down. Yeah. Mistress Thubbergeems should be asked.
Thuby.
What the fuck?
Mistress Thuby.
What a mess. I must go and complete a special training exercise. Until we meet again. Why is this a story quest?
That's someone's OC.
She's literally going to school. Why are we coming with her to her school? She didn't even ask us to.
All this already. I shouldn't have to go through it again. This is silly.
Well, I mean, you did this to yourself. Playing the story twice was your own choice.
That's not what I mean. What I mean is, like, hi, I'm a summoner.
Oh, because you're an arcanist.
Yeah, I did. Like, I've done all this already. Why do I have to go through it again?
Yeah, but have you tried doing...
Why does she need a chauffeur through school? I didn't need a chauffeur through school.
My God, that's Thubbergeem.
It's a Rogan
Barrage
female,
man.
so this is going to be
Jibberjim.
an interesting conversation.
Ah, fit is an hero. What brings you to the guild?
Yep, that's what I was expecting.
So you were acquainted with our newest member. Ugh. An arcanist of your experience must see that her potential is somewhat lacking. Nevertheless, she will not be denied and goes now to undertake her first trial, a simulated inspection of 3 crates. Doubtless you recall receiving similar training under Khalil's supervision.
Yep.
A thought occurs. Why not oversee Tatu's training yourself? Given your relationship with the girl and your familiarity with the task, I think you're the ideal choice. You need only head to the cliffs south of Zephyr Gate, as before, and observe at a distance.
Did you have different dialogue?
Yeah. I think there's gendered dialogue where they literally wrote the entire conversation differently for female.
Well,
Like
I don't
it's-
think it was so much.
No,
he's
I
writing
actually
for
have.
female,
I've
it's-
already.
He and I
already
are
have an
both
Arcanist
Arcanists.
class.
Yeah. We've already done Arcanist stuff.
Oh, did you have his dialogue?
Yeah, I had his
So
dialogue.
I was the only one with different dialogue. It was all
Yeah,
like,
because you're not an Arcanist, presumably.
but from what I was skimming, it sounded like it was basically just the same fucking conversation. So it wasn't that different. Oh, little rat people are here. I haven't seen these guys in a while. When do we get to play as
What?
them? The rat guy.
Oh, the moles?
Yeah, no, they're rats, aren't they? Pretty sure they're rats.
They look like moles.
You're distracted by his big, wacky, bulky mask. Oh wait, those are different races, aren't they?
Those are different races.
Yeah,
those
I like the
are
rat.
Talking about the goblin?
The rat guy's next to him.
Yeah, that's a
I
mole.
like the rat. I like the rat guys. That's a rat. That's not a mole.
How is that a rat?
How is that a mole?
Is that not what moles look like?
No.
Moles have like a star-shaped nose.
There's like nothing about that looks like a mole. Do moles even have ears that stick out?
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
This guy's a rat as fuck. Although his claws are a bit much. They look like silly straws. The fuck is it?
Oh, either way,
That's
I'm
why I
waiting
thought
for
he
you
was
guys
a
outside
mole.
of the zipper gate.
It's got the like that kind of nails you see where you're like, how do you use phones? Like tap 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 tap.
Yeah, I always get really confused when I see really long nails, and then I think about like keyboards. I'm like, how do you have to like go at keyboards from like a really
Unexpected
odd
ambition.
angle?
Okay.
Is it a
Lower
teleport?
limits of
Wait, where are we
desks. Decks, docks. Yeah. What did you teleport to, Effie? I don't know the names of these places.
We have to go to Morbay Docks. So Morbay Dry Docks. Wait, no.
What?
I don't have that one.
Go outside
then.
of the zipper gate.
Guess I'm running. What's
Oh.
the Zephyr Gate and what does outside of it mean?
Go up to the Aethernet shard and click Zephyr Gate.
Have you found every single Aether?
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh.
Well, then in that case,
there's no
teleport
Zephyr
to
Gate
Summerford
there.
Farms.
I don't have that either.
You don't have the teleport to Summerford
You don't have
Farms?
the Summerford Farm. So go to teleport to the Limsa Limnosa lower decks, like the main hub, and then just
head
walk
all the way out
Yeah.
east.
Where am I
So
right
past the elevator and then through that.
now? Where am I right now? Am I not already in the lower decks?
No.
No, you're in the
Just use the
upper
Aethernet
decks.
shard and teleport to the plaza.
I'm
And
at
then
the
head
plaza.
east. Yep, go
Isn't this the
straight
plaza?
east. Limsa Limits Aetherite Plaza.
Yeah, I was already running east because as far as I could tell, I saw the objective to the east.
Yeah.
Although when I
if
opened
you
the
con-
map
if you
again, I couldn't
continue
see it
east from the
again.
Arcanist Guild, then yeah, you'll eventually get there.
It's an anteater? That doesn't look anything like an anteater. What the hell are you talking about? That's a rat.
Nope.
I would take an anteater race, but that's not an anteater. Is there another shard out here somewhere? No?
Nope.
That was the Zephyr Gate? It's just that...
Yeah, that's the Zephyr Gate.
It sounded cooler than it was. I thought I was looking for something more dramatic. Wharf rats and a ladybug. Alright.
Destination's right here. Keith,
what are we doing?
It's up here.
Oh, there it
Destination's
is.
right here. Yep.
Hiding in the shade.
Now, quickly, everybody, look left and right. Make
It
sure
looks
there's
more
no
like
traffic.
a kobold. Kobolds are lizards. You guys are fucking crazy.
What?
Kobolds are dragonkin. What
You guys
are
are
talking about?
madmen.
I don't.
Oh,
I don't
hey,
know.
As she
Keith gets to
sees
sing.
Pirate's Port, where she met her shining jewel. For to bring the smugglers' plans to naught, cost the lass who numbs who could fool. Beat 'em with the backdraft, gut 'em with a gust, deck 'em with the downburst, go carbuncle go.
That didn't rhyme.
Oh ho
It
ho
does
ho.
Japanese.
Are those crates I spy?
Her carbuncle is almost the size of her.
Consume.
Ah, and this must be the true test. And we're ready for them, aren't we, Carbuncle?
Carbuncle's like, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Oh. Well.
Carbuncle?
Why that was bad comic timing. It took so long. Can she just ride that? Does she even need a mount?
And there
Damn.
goes the carbuncle.
That's.
No, she can't, Keith, because it ran off.
But I mean, no, I mean otherwise, you're about to get killed by a level 1 rat. That rat shoved its head right up.
That's
his
a lot
dress.
more than just one level 1 rat.
Ooh, ah!
Oh, it auto proceeded by. No
Come
one
back,
could,
Carbuncle,
no
come
one
back.
could read that fast. That was so.
I
quick.
read it that fast.
No, I mean like in the time the window was up, you couldn't read it out.
Yep. Off we go.
How is this
And
relevant to the story? How is this?
It totally
important to
isn't, but who
beating
cares?
The fucking
I mean, it's less boring, so I guess I'll take it than politics.
Filler, 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 filler. Story, filler, filler, filler.
It's like how my class quest is always more interesting than the main story. Like, significantly more. It has, like, character arcs and a small cast of people with conflicts that aren't boring cosmic shit.
I should have known you'd come, hero. You needn't say a word. Your face says it all. I know you bore witness to my shame.
I don't even know how to use magic.
Betrayed by my own carbuncle and left at the mercy of wild beasts.
Brave of you to assume I know what that means.
I must accept the truth. I'll never be a warrior like you or the others.
I don't know what a carbuncle is.
I will inform Mistress of the intention to withdraw from the guild. Arcana Manamanama, like so much else, is beyond me.
Oh my god,
Bad
she's like
noises.
like sobbing.
Yeah, to give you a bit of an explanation here, Keith.
It's your familiar.
Arcanists
magic.
essentially have control over a summon, in this instance, a carbuncle or an emerald one. Yeah, if your will isn't strong enough, they don't listen to you.
It's Charizard.
Basically.
It's a Charizard that's also
What?
your spell book.
No.
No.
Ash literally had enough badges to control Charizard, and he still
just
didn't fuck-
refused.
Well, it's Charizard if they told the story correctly. Fuck, what teleport is it?
The Arcanist Guild.
I gotta say, I hate this
I did
system.
too.
I hate this entire system.
Andrew made the same mistake I did.
Here's a crazy cool idea. What if I could just fucking click on them on the map?
But yeah, like I said, long story short, Carbuncle didn't listen to her and abandoned her because her will wasn't strong enough.
God, the menu for picking Aetheryte spots needs to have a map on it to tell you where they are.
Yeah.
I don't want to memorize 15 teleport spots across 3 towns. And then also capital towns from future expansions, probably.
Yes, obviously.
Ugh.
Oh, how little you know.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better, trust me.
Nope.
Don't worry,
it's
don't worry. I'll frustrate you guys the whole time.
Heavensward is a fucking nightmare. I hate the stupid castle in Heavensward. It fucking sucks. There is not enough fucking points to teleport to, and you're just fucking running half the time.
The current
It
WoW
sucks.
expansion, the capital city is a circle, and every direction looks the same.
So Uldot, basically.
I just run
Except
in
worse.
circles, and I'm like, oh god, where am I?
It's a nightmare.
And I
hate
always
it.
guess it wrong and have to just give up and open the map and run around with the map open instead of seeing the game.
The only nice
and then
thing
my
about having
fucking
Sword-
faction town is also a circle, as Andrew knows, because we
Yeah.
picked the Ardenweald. It's also a fucking circle. I get confused and run like fucking like 250 out of the 360 degrees every time I try to find a place. I have to just do a full loop until I reorient myself because circles are cursed.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, it's probably not as bad as the Undead's starting area.
At least the
That place is
fucking
complicated.
At least the fucking Undercity looked different in each direction. They had quarters.
I mean, you
that were,
say
like,
that, but me,
color-coded.
the Alliance guy who went there to, kill people, very confusing.
I have never had as much trouble with any of the capital cities in WoW as much as I did with the new one, where I'm just like, why?
Anywho.
Doesn't.
Back so soon. How fared our fledgling Arcanist?
She's trash.
Abysmally, mistress. Abysmally, as Hero would testify, who's here for some reason, doing nothing. I was wrong to become an Arcanist. Wrong as usual. I am completely and utterly unqualified and sincerely apologize for wasting your time. Aren't you here to get qualified? What the fuck do you think school? What do you think
that
schools
Woodrow
are?
would not have permitted you to join in the first place.
What do you think a school is?
I don't know. I guess she assumed we just grew up.
It's like
with
if I just
combat
pick up a
prowess.
fucking guitar and just make some noises. I'm like, wow, this is horrible. I'm just not cut out for this. Sorry for wasting your time. And it's like, that's
to
not
be
how
fair,
this
Keith,
works.
they're gonna take your money one way or the other. So,
Well, I mean, she hasn't even started the course. She literally just had to go look at a box, and she failed to do like the entry level course, which is fine. Like, it's not like she's not.
Well,
she's not ready for combat yet, which is
here's the thing: you have to get to level, I want to say it's 4 before you can summon a carbuncle. So,
I mean, she might just have those levels naturally from existing.
yeah, that's fair, I guess.
I don't know. Maybe her XP just like banks. Like she had, she lived for X
Banked
many
XP.
years. Yeah,
it's like
just had
every
X.
isekai.
She has a
ever
lot
where
of
it's
rest
like, I have
XP.
all these
She's-
experience points that I can just throw into whatever I want. Let
Well,
me
she
just
has a bunch
buff
of
my strength.
She has a bunch of rested XP bonuses because she was sitting in the stupid waking sands all the damn time. So she's good.
We must all come to accept our limitations, lest our ambitions lead us astray. However, we must not lose sight of our strengths in the process. For example, your exceptional skill with numbers helped you gain a solid grasp of the fundamentals of Arcanima. Were it not so, you would have struggled even to summon Carbuncle to your side. In my opinion, the Scions are truly fortunate to have such a capable and good-natured receptionist in their service. Would you not agree?
You are too kind, Mistress. Though I could not overcome this challenge, I shall take your words to heart and try not to be discouraged.
I wonder if she might be more suited as a scholar rather than as a summoner. I feel like that's the problem. She's trying to go down the summoner route.
Well, she wants to be a fighter.
She could always get a future as like a boulder that you load into Trebuchet.
Well, she gets the right size for it.
As fetching as these garments are, I fear I shall never don them again. But I can't go back to the Rising Stones without something to show for my time anyway. Wait, I know what I could do. That is, if you don't mind accompanying me for a little longer. To pick flowers. Wonderful. Then to Costa del Sol we will go. It's a bit of a gamble, but I'm confident it will pay off. Are you gonna try? Is she gonna try
Costa
to train
del
in
Sol?
each class? Is that where she's going?
Yeah, she's gonna try it.
Now I'm gonna be a dragoon.
Costa
Oh,
del Sol
God.
is rogue, I think, isn't it?
I don't know.
That usually, I think so.
No.
Well, there's a couple of different classes that end up here. Rogue into ninja,
Rogue.
Marauder into warrior.
They said Rogadin.
No.
The class of Rogadin.
She's gonna be a dancer.
Is that what
Maybe?
that cost? Do dancers exist yet?
That looks like a
not
thief
when this came
costume or
out, no.
something.
Yes, this is it. This is where the man at Drowning Wench told me to look. Uh-oh. There's a certain variety of clam which can be harvested this time of year in Bloodshore, one of which produces the most marvelous pearls. However, these clams are so coveted by certain wild creatures, and since I fated rather poorly in battle last time, let us be off.
She's gonna be.
Wait,
Did
Did she just give up on having a class and immediately is like, okay, what if I just like collect a pearl? That's like almost as good as an entire new calling in life, right?
Why are we?
This I lost interest the moment she stopped trying to become something. Immediately I'm like, wait, what? I don't care now.
What fortune! I've already found one. Would you be so kind as to keep watch while I work? This will only take a moment. You can just open the clam not here.
Stand
Instead
guard.
of in Dangerville.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait.
Her head's
There's a destination over
underwater.
here.
Her head's definitely underwater.
This is awfully far to be standing from your quarry, you know? Or from your charge, rather.
Well, she needs to be in threat, so.
You sent a hostile presence. Where?
That giant sea
Focus on-
serpent
there it
thing
is.
over there, I guess.
Pew, pew.
Morgower. What a big old bad boy. Somebody fed him after midnight and he's here to fight.
Time to die, motherfucker.
Kill.
Wow, that's it?
That's it.
I mean, it would have swallowed her whole.
Well fought, hero. Well fought. I knew I was right to ask you to come.
Are you condescendingly?
As for me, I have my prize, a bounty of blood pearls. So named for the reddish hue, they were treasured as wards against dark magics in ancient times. I thought I might make charms for everyone, so that no matter where they go, they will always come home. It's sort of the power to defend myself and other people, in a way, right? Well, I mustn't keep waiting. Let's the work be done, lots of it. We're to secure provisions for the scions in the Lominson markets. She may have an eye for quality, but I have a nose for bargains. Will you be heading back to the Rising Stones? If so, pray convey my apologies to the antecedent, and tell her that she needn't worry about me.
She literally tried to get a new class for one day and was like, I give up. It's like the same storyline that happened to Monster Hunter Rise. They're just like, some people are like, I want to help with the fights. Like, wait, you mean my talent wasn't cooking all along? What a golly fool I was. Farewell, hero, and thanks for everything. It sounded rather final, didn't it? How about until we meet again? And then she was never seen again. Swallowed whole, just off camera. She's not even walking towards shore or civilization. Where's she going? How is she running in waist-high water?
Don't ask questions. It is better you don't know.
What was that look? Why is the potato?
She ran
giving
directly
us
to that
stink eye?
crab over there, so she's dead. Wow.
All right,
They tricked me into being invested for like a minute, and then it's like, oh, I give up. Whatever. Fuck it. I'm quitting the story. I'm gonna get a pearl. Cool. Sorry for caring for a second. Jesus.
I mean, that is your fault.
All right.
How do you flop at a basic underdog story?
Like, wow, we're gonna see her struggles as she tries to figure out how to get the...
Oh, no. She doesn't care anymore. She's bored.
So we gotta go back to Mordona real quick, talk to Mantilia, and then I gotta pick up the second quest. And then we do that quest, and then we're good.
Unless this quest is a chain and we never get to the other one for like another 10 hours.
I certainly hope not.
Oh, hero, you're just in time. We have this huge political thing to talk about.
All right. I am here talking to Mantilia. Let me know when you are doing the same.
I am here.
Yep.
Okay, I'll just start. Welcome home, hero. I gather you found Tataru in Limsa Laminsa. Exposition. Exposition. My, it sounds as though she had quite an adventure. And while it did not end as she had hoped, I suspect that it will prove to be a valuable experience. I dare say she could have managed without our intervention. Even so, I appreciate your indulging my request.
Nah, she probably would have been killed. Okay, now I can pick up the other quest. Already heard all this nonsense, so I can skip all the dialogue. Now I can go to speak with Harry Boulder.
Ori.
I meant what I said.
He looked like he was trying to pet me.
He's just doing a security.
It's really
check.
off-putting.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Ah, hero. It is true. Is it true that you agreed to lend us a hand?
Nah,
It's
more like we were
he doesn't
voluntold.
understand that it's rude to just like touch people's hair.
Huzzah! What did I tell you, Coltant? Our misfortune has become a blessing, an opportunity to serve alongside the warrior of light themselves. Who is this character?
Who was this? Was this me?
I think that was you.
Yeah. Need I remind you that we have 3 scholars to escort, each of whom take a different route?
Oh, God.
Well, we have 3 players, so fuck your plot twist. I
True,
win.
true, but our mission is the same. Separated by moms we may be, but in spirit we shall be together.
Yes, because that is definitely all that matters when it comes to being on a mission, even though we're on 3 separate missions.
If such thoughts bring you joy, you are welcome to think them.
Yeah, see? He gets it.
To more practical concerns, hero, we would have you attend the scholar charged with the surveying the South Shroud.
He is waiting at Camp Tranquil as we speak. All you need to do is follow the man. He will determine the most appropriate locations to take his readings. In spirit, hero, in spirit. We shall be together every step of the way.
Stop air humping at me.
Yeah, don't air hump at people. That's fucking rude.
Weird gyrating.
Alright, off to Camp Tranquil.
I don't need to see your O face out of like encouragement or whatever.
Oh dear.
Teleport.
Let's go.
Oh, I'm glad to see fire season started early this year.
Oh, I got the perfect voice for this guy.
Unsettled scholar.
I have the perfect voice for this guy. I can't wait.
Do it.
At last, the Scion man deigns to grace me with his presence. A pity that we have no time for pleasantries.
You can
Our
hear
first
his
destination.
monocle.
Yeah, you really can. Our first destination is Isomhar. Come, we're late enough as it is. As I have to real quick clean my glasses.
Just teleported away.
Yep.
Yeah, this is one hell of an escort mission.
Yep.
Wow, he went way further than I expected.
Danger noodle.
Did they patch out the escort?
Probably.
They patch out the escort.
That was the kind of like, come over here. Like, seemed like he was going to be like 20 feet away, not all the way over here. We could have just met him here.
Like, there are lev meets that you actually have to beckon at people to escort them, so I'm so glad that if they did. It's awful. You can't walk like 5 feet from them without them complaining. Yes, this location should suffice. Once I finish calibrating my instruments, I will require but a moment to take the necessary measurements. I trust I need not explain my work can suffer no interruptions. Then please, stand at an appropriate distance and keep watch for wild beasts. Okay.
He's about as annoying as the other guy I worked for. Wait, I've been tricked into working my previous job. I'm gathering field samples. God damn it. I quit that to be a Let's Player.
How could you? You have forgotten your destiny.
My destiny.
The rocks, they call to you. Wow, that was
combat.
I see we have both completed our respective tasks. A satisfactory outcome. Though, if I could make one suggestion, you might try to dispatch your foes more quietly in the future. I'm a fucking ninja right now. How do I do things quieter? Shut up. I do not like to pick fault, but I really must be allowed to concentrate. Now then, Snake Malt awaits. Shall we?
How more quietly do I katana things?
That is the question.
It's a very,
Have you tried
very
not-
smug reaction to have to like the guy that saves the world every weekend.
I know, right? It's almost as if this guy has been cloistered for so long he has no idea who we are. That may actually be the case, but, you know, that's besides the point. And Scott. Hello.
Right about here, yes. As before, I would ask that you keep an eye out for dangerous beasties while I work.
Yay.
Standing watch. And thing.
Oh, right. We have to,
Oh, hey, tree.
Wait, we have to click on the thing. Oh, it counts when one of you does it. Got it. The Deep Void Death Mouse.
Oh, that was quick.
What the fuck is that?
What?
Look at his name. He's the Deep Void Death Mouse. It's such
that
a fucking
looks very
metal,
much like a mole combined
it's
with
such
an
a
anteater
stupidly
and a squirrel, maybe? I
metal
don't know.
name for such a random cute critter that looks identical to the level 1 one we saw in the last zone.
Anteater
Oh
squirrel
my
combo.
fucking god.
I don't know.
That's like up there with Malfurion Storm Rage.
Fascinating. These readings are not at all what I expected. Though, perhaps that should come as no surprise. I am not given to superstition, but there is a queer, almost blasphemous air hereabouts.
Oh.
Let us quit this place and return to Roots Lake. We have one more site to survey.
You don't want to commit some queer blasphemy?
With
the
not in this
death
day and
mouse.
age, I don't. I would very much not like to be canceled. Thank you very much.
That's not real. You know,
I
the
mean,
worst
probably
that could
not for
happen
someone
is
who's
people
not
say
famous.
Do I have-
things about you on the
Do I have this
internet.
weird giant crystal yet?
Hopefully.
I think I did.
I'm just gonna clear some things out while I wait for you guys.
Gonna kill harmless remnants that are level 33.
But they're harmless.
Yeah, but they might interfere with our conversation.
Weren't they neutral?
I doubt it.
No, they're aggressive. Anywho.
As before, my guardian, leave me to my task and ensure our safety.
Okay. Like.
Now we have to do the escort mission.
Is there another destination to check?
Yeah, you have to kill these things.
Oh, we just fight these guys?
Not all
Got
of
him.
them, but
I can't understand you. Your voice is not working.
oh, sorry. I was saying you didn't have to do. You didn't have to fight all of them. You only had to fight a few of them. The ones with the icons above their head are the ones that you need to fight.
And we're done.
Done. Easy. Clap.
This data should prove invaluable to... Ye gods, what is that stench? Did you slaughter a creep of adamantoises while my back was turned? Quickly now, to Camp Tranquil! Will not have my clothing reeking of blood and offal.
Are turtles known for smelling bad?
Apparently.
That was their go-to.
I mean, there's one right
example?
there, so ask them.
Oh, they
Weird.
smell.
Are you adamant about
They
that?
all live in the sewers. Why wouldn't they smell?
With anchovy pizza.
You chose to paddle in the ichor a while longer, I take it? No matter.
I took advantage of my unexpected privacy and performed a history analysis of my data. It would appear that there has been a measurable decrease in Eorzea's ambient aether concentration since the calamity. However, this data is far from conclusive. I must take additional measurements to confirm my assessment. Oh god. No!
Paddled in
We
the
have to do more for
ichor?
this fucker.
We literally flew here. We're cleaner than you.
I love the description of this quest. Who better to serve the Scions of the Seventh Dawn than a humble scholar and his faithful assistant? For our next survey, I would have you escort me to Earth's fount. The ambient aether concentrations there are so high that structures form spontaneously. Consequently, anomalous fluctuations should be much easier to detect. Brilliant, yes? No, don't bother answering. That was rhetorical. Now, come along. Earth's fount.
Where are we gonna go?
Ugh, jeez. All
You
the way
gotta
over this
speak
way.
up, Andrew.
Oh, there. To the other fucking end of the map. Great.
Yep.
Love this fucking quest. What an amazing story we're reading about here.
Yeah, it's great, right?
Compelling. Making every inch of my body wish it could possibly
I can't
stop
go directly there. Okay.
No, you have to take the long way.
Not that long way though. Just gotta go around this hill. We have a ceiling.
But why? Why?
Because
must
the
it be
game
this
said
way?
so. Because the devs thought it would be a good idea.
It's all glowy.
Has that ever been true?
Yep, things got aggroed on him.
That doesn't matter.
It does matter because they'll keep interrupting. You can't talk to people while you're
Stop
getting attacked.
it, dick. Ow.
Hey, don't talk to Ked like that.
I kid.
You should
You
be
Effie?
more than familiar with the procedure by now. Pray find a suitable position from which to keep watch when I take measurements. Okay.
You know, when my class quest did this, they at least, you know, put a story in it.
Oh, hey, look,
I had a rivalry with another monk, and there was an entire
Cutscene.
B-plot about Alamigo.
Is he gonna get squished? Please tell me get squished.
That would be us
Yes.
failing our job.
Yes. Quite high, yet still markedly lower than historical measurements taken near the end of the 6th astral era. Could the presence of a primal account for the difference? Or is there something else? Something else? Oh, and he goes wandering. He's gonna get squished.
You're about to get Jurassic Parked.
Yep. Something else. Scion! Scion, come here! I need you! Are you dying? He's not dying. Oh. Okay, good reason to call for help.
Is it the pirate guy? Nope. Just a rando.
It is definitely a dead guy.
Fear not, my friends. Help has arrived.
Wait, how did
don't
you
you
guys
have-
get here?
Don't you have
Where are
people
your
you need to be
scholars?
escorting? Yeah, what
Yeah.
the fuck? Wait, did you kill them already?
There you are, hero. Hori and I were worried when you and your charge failed to return at the appointed hour.
So we've taken too long.
Apparently.
Gutted like a hog, but not by one. No, these wounds were made with a blade. Doesn't look like he put up much of a fight either. Nary a mark on his sword or his shield.
I've heard nothing of any Crystal Brave operation in this area. What cause had Wilrid to come here?
What should we do?
So Wilrid's dead? I
Apparently.
think I recognize that name.
We will see to the scholar's protection, hero.
How do we know you two didn't do this?
That would be weird.
Aye, and the boys remain. You should return to the Rising Stones. The antecedent will want to know what happened here.
Didn't we
Yeah,
recruit?
see, we're leaving the scholar
Didn't we
alone.
recruit Wilrid?
And so do I.
Yeah,
Looking
we
pretty
recruited
villainous in
Wilrid.
that scene.
Yeah.
He's dead as fuck, yo.
Yep. Back to Mordona. Somebody else's turn to pay for the teleport.
Clicky, clicky, click, click, click. There you go. One of my 57 tickets.
Yes. Doody.
Delivery Moogle. There's a male person.
Oh yeah, I've had like one letter.
Oh yeah, it's a parasol from Artemis, or at least mine is.
Oh, neat.
I like
I
that.
see how it is, Artemis. Not gonna give one to the rest of us.
Y'all don't need parasols.
I mean, I've already
How
got
do you
one.
even?
So.
How do you even use it?
It's under.
Does it count as a weapon?
I imagine it counts as a pet that follows around.
Character fashion accessories.
Oh, that's a whole new category for me.
Yep.
Oh, I can't access fashion accessories. Oh, it's probably my inventory.
Yeah, you have to use it first, and then you can.
Ah.
It's an unlock, basically.
Gotcha. Fashion accessories. Gained access to the fashion accessories.
You gotta get closer to your mic or something.
Oh, it's from Bosnia. Okay.
I'm literally
I'm
literally right in
constantly
front of the
inaudible
microphone.
with whatever you've got set up.
Fine. There you go. Should be better now. So what? It's just like a summon.
Well, no. So you use it, and it goes into
umbrella.
It goes into a miscellaneous inventory. You click character. And
Okay.
then, fashion accessories, and then you can summon it from there.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Okay, and it just stays with me forever, even in cutscenes.
When I go through
I don't know
doors, I
about
put it
cutscenes,
away. I think if you interact with anything, probably it goes away. It's just like
Yeah,
it's
you
like
interact
an
with anything, try to
it's-
take your weapon, mount.
It's
it
basically
goes
just
away.
an emote.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
Talking to Minfilia.
I look,
Hero.
I look very silly holding it.
Yeah.
Hero, you are returned, and you seem troubled. Did the role of escort chafe so?
Yes. We are traumatized. Give us rest. Give us a mental health holiday.
Wilrid, dead. Mayhap murdered. By the 12. How can that be? I will send word to Alphino at once. He'll want to conduct a full investigation. And send word to Wilrid's family. Gods, he was just a boy. Who would do this? And why?
Because people are assholes. Cutscene.
Though recent events weigh heavily on our minds, we must needs set them aside for now.
First Moonbrita, then Wilrid. Who next? Minfilia, please. So I don't have to keep voicing her.
We are come to a defining moment in Eorzean history. The grand commemoration of our joint defense of Ishgard. The first time in 15 long years that our people have stood side by side with our neighbors to the north to fight in a common cause.
Well, that's what
That
she's
was a
talking
really
about.
long sentence.
For a
Holy
second there, I thought she
balls,
was
they
saying that
should've
about
been-
Wilrid's death, and I was like, that's a bit strong.
Yeah.
A turning point in Eorzean history. Wilrid's murder.
This may mark the true rebirth of the Eorzean Alliance. Goodness, I can't speak today. Failing that, it should at the very least serve to bring our nations closer together. See what I tell you? I can't read today. We have every reason to raise our voices in celebration, do we not?
I mean,
we have bested Dravanians and Asians both. Against desperate odds, we have fought and won. But the primals still plague us, and the Empire still plots our subjugation. And our triumphs, remarkable though as they are, were bought at a terrible price. Brave adventurers and allies, broken on the steps of faith, And before our eyes, in this very room, our dear friend Moonbrita. This is the victory we have wrought, and it is bitter ashes in my mouth.
What?
What does that even mean?
What does that fucking mean? All right,
And
whatever.
She's a vampire and she tried to eat something, clearly.
Oh, no.
I would sooner stay here and invite those with more appetite to enjoy the feast in my stead. See? Vampire. What I tell you.
That's why there's no mirrors in here.
And why there's no windows. Alas, it is a royal banquet, and all our allies will be in attendance. It is our duty to present a united front, that we might serve as a beacon of hope to all.
Oh no, not that camera angle. It reveals that stuff and my face is just floating.
It seems I have no choice but to take my own advice. Oh wait, there is a window. Huh. Yeah. I instructed the others to meet us in Ulda, that we might make our grand entrance together. Unfortunately, I had to settle for leaving Tatru and Lamin a note. If they do not return quickly, they will have to settle for whatever leftovers I can smuggle out of the fragrant chamber. Wow. You're gonna get her a doggy bag even though she's a Makote? How no, thoughtful of you, I guess. I don't know. Oh.
The pirate, I think?
That's the pirate.
The one who's not dead.
Andrew.
Right, forgot about this guy.
Off to the big story, hero. Raise a glass for me, eh? Or not? You don't look pleased, lass. Something on your mind? Eh.
Exposition.
By the Navigator. Wilred's dead. God's damn it. They must know they've been rumbled. I made a start. 'Tis past time we had this talk. After our last conversation, I got to thinking about where certain funds were coming from. So I had to dig around on a quiet, and sure enough, found it. Seems a fair bit of coins made away of the Braves' coffers, courtesy of a Dodo Consortium. A daft name for a business if I've ever heard one, which is what first gives me an inkling that something weren't right. So I went through the ledgers again and found another half-dozen donations from organizations with stupid bloody names. Didn't take long to find a common thread. They were all owned by the Mirage Trust. Oh, I'll give that bastard credit. He showed us up for the amateurs we are. Short Oak Holland, one of his businesses, the bloody bribery consortium. I don't know what he could have done to mock our rules on financial contributions. The gods only know how many men of the first and third are Teldrin's coin. But now we know as some of them are. I'd wager me right eye they'd be the ones who did it for Wilfred.
Stop doing that. Stop wagering your only fucking eye left. What's wrong with you?
It's like his default thing.
Yeah, like what is this catchphrase that you want to go blind? It's fucking weirding me out, man.
Like I said, if he's wrong at any point, man, oh man, he's gonna regret it.
He's way too dedicated for eye for an eye.
Like what is does he say this for everything?
Apparently.
Yeah, so far. I bet you anything that my underpants are not the color green.
I'm just wondering what the situations are where it's just uncomfortable for him to say that to people. Where he's just like, I don't know. I can't even fathom. Like he's at a casino? I don't know.
That's probably how he lost his other eye. Now that I think about it. He bet his eye to the wrong person.
I guess.
The earnest young fool had taken an asking to the wrong kind of questions. Bound to attract attention he was. Should have seen it at the time, but I didn't, God damn me. Still, I don't see what Telegid hopes to accomplish. He hid his scheme with all the care of a drunk pissing into the wind.
Even doing evil grimaces at the camera.
No, he's cleverer than this, so we need to be clever too. That's the only way we'll ever repay this debt of blood. We'll purge every one of them traitorous bastards from our ranks. On that you have my word. right. Who is this
Okay.
fucking guy? And hero, mind yourself when you dolly. We are heading into a storm. I can smell it. I'd bet me only good eye. The kind what'll sweep a man overboard and drag him under before he knows it.
That's accepted.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Now we go. Wait, we go. Oh, Royal Promenade. Ulda. Yeah.
Back at the Royal Promenade.
Off to Ulda.
Can you imagine this whole everything we've done so far, but without fast travel?
No.
You just have to like get on a griffin and fly to each place in real time.
Ugh. That was probably one of the worst things in WoW, honestly.
I'm still kind of amazed that they've still committed to flight paths. Like it was like an entire reputation. Oh yeah, it was an entire reputation grind just to get the ability to have my fucking like faction town thing finally grow a portal to the capital city of the expansion, because it was a one-way portal. Or no, because I have my hearth set there, but I have to fly back and forth between each place every single time. It's just like, why is this still a thing?
I mean, they, yeah, it's man,
every single location in the current expansion is an arbitrary separate dimension from all the other ones, but you still have to like weirdly fly through space for like a while to each one.
I still remember doing the reputation quests for Warlords of Draenor and Legion to actually be able to fly. Oh god. Ugh. Never again. Anywho. We have been waiting for you, hero. The celebration is due to begin shortly. I had hoped that we might make our introductions together, but Mistress Momodi just sent word that you are needed at the quicksand. Why? Why can't nobody just call us and let us know this before we come here? We will go on ahead, hero. Pray join us once the matters at the quicksand are resolved. Okay. Did you really need a cutscene for that?
Why am I here?
Thancred.
What's like the point of this?
Give me my regard. Give me my regards to Momodi, and let her know that I will call upon her anon.
Sure.
I mean, chat has been repeatedly warning us all evening that like an hour-long cutscene is going to start soon.
Yep.
So here we go.
What?
I
don't know if I should be doing
when,
that
because they've been saying it the
morning.
entire time, but hooray.
Yeah.
Well, when is it happening? Because I want to avoid it.
Maybe it'll happen at the quicksand.
And considering it's 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, I don't want to start no fucking hour-long. Where do we have to go?
Oh right, the quicksand is the I mixed it up with the waking. I mixed it up with the waking sands.
Or the inn, rather.
I was like, why isn't the teleporter thing taking me? Why isn't the quest taking me to the waking sands?
I can't repair gear in New Game Plus mode. What? Jeez. Okay, fine. Whatever.
You can't repair gear?
I can't even talk to the arms mender in New Game Plus mode. I apparently can't do anything other than the quest. What?
That's funny.
It makes 0 sense whatsoever.
That's your punishment.
You're saying you can't repair gear?
I can't repair gear.
Why not?
Not while you're on a quest.
Well, no,
What?
I'm in New Game Plus mode. It's an entirely
Really?
different mode. Yeah, I literally cannot repair. I can't talk to him like it says.
This game has
command
weird
unavailable in New Game Plus
limitations.
mode.
What a
Yeah,
weird
it's weird.
mess.
Yeah, I know, right?
Huh.
All right, here we go. Let's hope this is not the hour-long cutscene.
What scripting is barely holding together here? I appreciate you dropping in on such short notice, hero. I know you've got places to be, so I won't waste your time. You're friends with the Crystal Brave by the name of Alian, aren't you? Former adventurer? Come to think of it, I'm pretty sure you recruited her yourself. Well, anyway, I came round for a meal not too long ago, and before she left, she asked me to give you a message. Said if the others ended up dragging you to the feast, I was to see you got it before you made your grand entrance. Meet me at the station west of Coffer and Coffin. There's something I must show you. A short message, I'll grant you, but she thought long and hard before picking up those words. Barely touched her food, too. Under those circumstances, I'd have thought those signs of a troubled heart. But something tells me she ain't planning to confess her undying love.
I mean, you never know.
In Central Thanalan.
Blackbrush Station. 1, 2, 3, not it. Not paying for it.
I don't give a shit. I literally just immediately click on it every time.
Except.
It's such a tiny, nothing amount of money.
It adds up.
It really doesn't, because everything we do gives us money.
Say that now, and then one day you won't have
nothing
money.
to spend my money on.
Well,
the game asks for none of my money and rewards it with me with it constantly.
Money, 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 money. Click.
We also have people that just throw money at us.
Well,
I mean, that was once.
No, it's been multiple times. As you stand upon the platform, your thoughts begin to wander. And all too soon, the ghosts of comrades lost and enemies slain begin to file by your mind's eye in solemn
fuck, is this the long cutscene?
Clearing your head, you scan the horizon, but see no sign of Alian.
Continue waiting for Alian. Straining your ears to listen, you hear the chatter of Kikirn and the buzzing of Syrphids.
The cool rat
but
people.
No approaching footfall. Sighing, you bow your head, only to notice the vial lying at your feet. Cutscene.
Laurentius. That was... Who was that?
I don't even remember. I'll take this one.
I don't remember who Laurentius is. But it sounds
I
familiar.
can't see his face right now, so I don't remember. Hero, is that you? What brings you out this way? Oh. It's an Ellison, I think.
He's not very memorable. I just remember his name.
No, it's a here. Never mind. Yeah, I don't remember
He asked us to come over here.
Lieutenant Alian? Alian? Why, no, I haven't seen her about. Had she come this way, I guaranteed we would have crossed paths. Must have passed the spot a dozen times. We're to patrol the city's environs, on account of the royal banquet. Captain's orders, you understand. Speaking of which, isn't it about to begin? You should be with the other honored guests, enjoying your well-deserved respite. I pray to return to Ulda, Hero. If I chance meet the lieutenant, I will tell you, I will tell her you were here. Goodness. That's a look of you shouldn't be here. What the fuck are you doing? We just found out of the first and third taking bribes, and we're like, no, I'm not going to question this.
It's me, the trustworthy ally.
Oh no, this must be the long cutscene. That's something.
Oh, Sultan Tree, hallowed spirit of my line. Through my weakness, the glorious house of Ul has all but disappeared beneath the sands. For want of the strength to raise it up again, it were better that it fall. Forgive me, but I know not what else to do.
Show the vial to Momadi, who is, heading back.
Yeah, I think this is probably going to be the long cutscene.
And people keep saying it'll warn us.
What? How is it gonna warn us?
I don't know.
It'll give us a message saying this cutscene will. We recommend that you take the time to view this cutscene, as it will take a long time. It's something along those lines.
Make sure and grab some snacks and a blankie. It's going to be a long journey. I'm excited. Can't wait. Come on.
I reckoned you'd head straight to the feast after meeting with Aliane. What's the matter, no appetite?
Here's a vial.
So she wasn't there, but this was. Let's see. Looks to me like an alchemist's vial, but beyond that, I can't say. Might be best if you could hold on to it for safekeeping, though. Any road, no use worrying about Aliane. I'm sure she'll turn up before too long, and when she does, we'll soon find out what this was all in aid of. Besides, you've got more important things to think about.
Literally all the time. People keep saying that to us, and yet.
Would you believe that, while you were away, another message arrived for you?
I was not away.
Well, one did. One delivered by the Sultana's handmaiden, no less. Seems her grace desires a private audience. Her handmaiden will meet you on the royal promenade and escort you to the Sultana's chambers. So what are you waiting for? Go on, then, go.
Oh, cutscene.
Oh, instant.
Apparently. Oh, and it's gonna be voice. There's sound.
You needn't trouble yourself so.
Your grace is most kind, but it is no trouble to me, rather an honor. If your grace is ready, I shall summon the warrior of light.
I am.
Got a lot more people here than I thought there would be.
Everyone looks to be in high spirits.
With good cause.
A common victory may serve to unite even the most unlikely of allies. You've brought us one step closer to a united Eorzea.
Your modesty knows no bounds, Antecedent. Were it not for your efforts, Sir Emmerich would never have become such a steadfast ally. When he convinces his countrymen to rejoin the Alliance, we shall all reap the benefits. Military and economic. I tell you, we are on the cusp of a new era of unity and prosperity. Territorial disputes are all that divide us now. But I have faith that we will find an amicable solution in time. And failing that, I'll have my trusty warrior of light box the ears of all concerned. Speaking of whom...
Yeah, just describe me like a dog.
Joining us shortly. A matter at the quicksand required his attention, but it did not sound serious.
Oh, it didn't teleport us there.
Nope.
Weird. Yeah, they just... Motherfucker just smugly describes us like we're his pet dog that he can sick on people, and that's why he's so strong. God, he's so insufferable all the time.
Yeah. And I suspect he doesn't get any better.
Not until
I
he
mean,
becomes
you should know.
punished
You've
to
already
Alphino.
gone through this.
Well, I don't know. I skipped all the story so that I would be fresh.
Yeah. Which is
I
funny. 'cause
literally
that's-
skipped.
that-
I have
Wait,
no
you
idea what
skipped
happened.
all the story?
Yes,
Yeah,
I have no idea what
he's
happened past
explained
the
that
point
like
that we
a
were
dozen
currently at right now.
times.
Oh,
What the
I'm
fuck?
sorry.
I have no idea what's happening. I'm experiencing all of this for the
Yeah,
first
he
time.
keeps saying that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't get better. He gets only worse.
He's doing it.
I'm
so
sure.
He's doing it with us. Yeah, so he hasn't been following
He's
the story.
He's a crucial part of the next
I wonder
expansion.
what percentage of players skip all the story just in general.
Oh my god, my first time I played, I did, because there's no fucking way.
So many Final Fantasy. That's so many MMO players in general. I know my audience will immediately be like, "No one does, and no one would ever do that." You're wrong.
I did it.
They like to correct me, but no, definitely people will just skip the whole story.
Yeah, I did that in WoW a lot. Anywho,
Thank you for coming, madam. Her Grace is most eager to speak with you. If you require a moment to compose yourself before your audience, you may have it. Or, if you're ready, it would be my honor to escort you to Her Grace's chambers forthwith. This is the final time.
Upon proceeding to the Sultana's bedchamber, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these cutscenes in their entirety. No.
That's a...
It is 1:40 in the morning.
That's a pretty significant warning. I guess we're gonna leave her as the lady in waiting for about a week. Bye.
I love the idea that it's like, please make sure you're ready.
That's the end of that episode. Was that joke?
Yep.
Yay, jokes.
I'm happy with it.
Wait for me.
I guess on the bright side, at least we get to
waiting a bit longer.
I guess at least we get to start the next. What's it called?
Does that cutscene start the expansion or something? Did we win?
Have
we made
probably.
it?
Considering.
I don't remember.
Well, if I look at the quest lines, it's very close to the end, so probably.
We'll probably make it next time or something. I say not checking at all.
Alright, I can't repair New Game Plus mode.
It is the last. So, yeah, basically.
It's the second to last quest.
Second to last
of
quest.
ARR, yeah.
I think the idea here is watch it. Once we finish watching the cutscenes, there's another quest, which is, hey, get your fucking ass over to Heavensward. And then it goes like, you did it. Welcome to Heavensward.
They will, under the assumption that an MMO can't have a story worth caring about. I would argue that the first dozen hours of trying to care about the story would also convince them of that. Even the people who can be convinced to pay attention to the story have to do so under the under this punished constant promise from their friends. No, it's totally worth it. Just get invested in the story that's longer than every RPG you've ever played because it might pay off. Because according to me, the later stuff is good. We'll see. Oh, it's not just that's what's brutal. Is that's not just that it's rough. It's that it's the longest. It's like the longest RPG ever made, and it's that rough.
Yeah.
Legitimately, getting through AIRR is taking as long as every RPG I've ever played on the entire history of the channel, besides maybe Witcher 3. Holy shit! That is a big ask.
And it gets longer.
It's like 200 hours?
I will say this right now. ARR is nowhere near as long as the other expansions.
You mean none of the expansions are as long as ARR? Did you say that backwards?
Right. Yeah, I said that backwards.
I was like,
my bad.
I'm like, what the fuck did you say to me? This fucking 3,000 episode playthrough. Fuck you.
How many episodes are you up to?
He was like, oh yeah, every playthrough gets consecutively. Every expansion is longer than the previous one exponentially.
Yes, that is definitely how it works.
The Final Fantasy 14, 46 episodes.
Yikes! And how long are each of the episodes?
Long.
Okay, on average, how long are they?
The raid ones were often only an hour long, but most of the other episodes have been about 2 hours long.
Geez, so you're looking at about probably 90 hours of footage?
You take that number of episodes and multiply it by 4, and that's how many episodes it would be if this was normal 30-minute episodes like every other playthrough, which is about,
my God,
200 episodes as of today.
I am
longer than my Witcher 3
playthrough. 1 or 2 hour blocks.
And then my Witcher 3 playthrough had 2 expansions.
And how much editing down do you usually have to do for them?
And a mini series dedicated to the card tournament.
God. Actually, real quick.
Yeah,
here.
I'm not too sure why people think that Heaven's Sword is.
Oh my god.
Is
Oh, you already logged out.
short.
I should have gotten you to do /playtime before you logged out, because that would have given us an
No,
idea of exactly how
mean-
long we've been going for.
But there's also like AFK time and stuff.
6 days, 2 hours, and 53 minutes.
Jeez. That's insanity. Wait,
yeah,
did you say
Heaven-
6 days? 2
Yeah.
hours and what?
53 minutes.
So 6 days, or 6 days and 3 hours, basically.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know how Heaven's Sword is shorter.
147 hours.
I mean, usually
technically
expansions
the
are shorter than the
I'll
base
play time.
game.
Technically, the 7th Astral Era quest is, which starts from, I think, yeah, at the moment we finish the Ultima weapon.
Yeah, it's the quest was the Ultima weapon was the last quest of the 7th Umbral era.
Yeah. So that technically finishes the story, which is
Yeah, because we're
long,
in what would
but
normally
like
be post stuff.
yeah, this is all post content.
Yeah.
So
'Cause that was up to patch 2. Patch 2.1 is where it catches back up, and then we're currently on patch 2.
In this amount of time, someone could have gotten good at Overwatch.
So from the time it took for us to get from Ultima Weapon to now is about the same time it's going to take us to get through Heaven's Sword.
Yeah. So you can see how much shorter the other expansions are compared to this.
Is that? I think that's fucking ridiculously long.
Well,
that's
keep in
so
mind,
much
that's
talking.
Ultima Weapon. That's half of the expansion. From Ultima
just
Weapon to now, that's half the expansion.
So much fucking talking and moving. It's just a pain. Some of these, it's fine. I think Heaven's Sword is like worse than the original content. Heaven's Sword is like people a mile a minute. It's just non-stop, like moving or like running from one into the other of places, and like it's just fucking pain.
We'll see if the promise pays off.
Won't.
Or if it'll be in the same territory of people that are like, don't worry about 999. Zero escapes better.
Yeah, I'm sure. I know that what's it called?
You'll
I know
love Ghost of Tsushima.
I know Dragon Song is a lot shorter.
I have such a strained level relationship with my audience when it comes to trust these days. We'll see.
I mean,
oh wow, yeah. The Vanilla Realm Reborn took me 24 episodes, and when I'm done uploading this episode, it'll be episode 48. So
Heaven's
that's a
Sword...
lot of post game before the first expansion, but there was the raid though, so who knows?
Yeah, Heaven's Sword is. Let me real quick. Hold on a second.
Oh fuck! I forgot we have to do the fucking crystal thing too, huh?
We already did though, didn't we? Thought we finished it.
Wait, is flying unlocked completely in Heaven's Sword, or do you have to go get the flight? Not the flight crystals.
You have to. Yeah, you do. You do have to.
Oh,
that's why I need to get the 4-man mount for us, so that we can. So I don't have to worry about that, because I can fly there already.
Thought you meant the Crystal Tower.
No, so in each new expansion, you have to go and find these like air currents, and they're hidden all over the fucking map, and that's the only way you can unlock flying is by getting those.
So, by the way, Andrew.
Yeah.
7th Umbral era, between 185 and 188 quests, depending on which city state you start in. 7th Astral eras, 80. Heaven's Sword, 94. There is less than half compared to ARR.
But there's more. What I'm saying is right. There's more Heaven's Sword content than there is post game content, and that post game content's been fucking long.
It wasn't especially long because, admittedly, so the base game took 24 episodes and post game took 24 episodes, but I think half of those episodes were the raid.
Hold on, let me check on the.
We raided a
Heaven's,
lot. That was a full like that raid was like a 3-month pause on the playthrough.
Oh yeah, no, there's only 44 in the post Heavensward, so yeah, no, it's still less than half.
What? Wait, what?
Actually, just about half. There's a total of 188 plus 80, 260, 268 quests in total in ARR, both main and post, compared to Heavensward main and post, which is 134. So literally half.
I don't need. They make up for it in brevity. Like these fucking quests are long. All right.
So they
I remember sitting through
for it in
cutscenes.
brevity. Brevity means short.
Or not brevity, sorry. And whatever. They make up for it in the cutscenes. The cutscenes make up for it. They less quests, but way longer cutscenes. A lot more talking. Just so much.
Well, at least more of them will be voiced.
Hopefully.
I mean, it's like a universal promise so far is that the game will get more voiced as it goes on.
Yes.
That'll give us a bit of a break.
Good, because there's a lot of characters.
There is.
That is
a
part of
lot.
the struggle. You're like,
and we're
"Oh,
only
God."
getting more and more added in.
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
Sir
none of
Emmerich
these-
and so many others, I'm sure.
We are not losing any characters soon. They just keep adding more.
Mm-hmm. And it's getting harder and harder to keep track of who's voicing what.
Well, I had more trouble keeping track of who is anybody.
You know
I was
what?
just
That's
like,
one
oh.
thing we need the audience to do is to keep track of who's voicing what.
A lot of the
No.
characters need to be more extremely like OC do not steal, because a lot of them are just wearing military costumes and have generic gray or brown hair, and I'm like, oh yeah, that guy.
Wait until you're in the city full of them.
Is it that dude? No, that dude had pointy ears.
Like we
That
have
guy- that guy's a
Thancred,
got
who's
human
fairly
ears.
identifiable. We have basically all the Scions are fairly identifiable.
Yeah.
So
You got the
that-
perky
that's
one, you
what
got
we
the
need more
wise
of.
one, you got the
There you
boring
go.
one, you have
Yeah.
Lorianger, the one that's like a wet piece of wood.
We have Papa Limo,
That
who I
sits in the
really enjoy
corner.
voicing.
Papa Lima hasn't
Well.
spoken in like 6 hours.
I know, it's crazy.
He hasn't spoken in days, which is good.
What? You don't enjoy my Papa Limo voice?
He might
Come
literally
on.
talk less than anyone. Actually,
I mean, he only talks when he needs to. So, I
I
suppose
haven't
so.
seen him forever.
Well, we did it. Another day.
We are, next week we will be finally in Heavensward. Finally.
Hey,
Oh my
Venzen,
God.
if you keep slinging insults in the comment section, you're just gonna get banned from the channel. I don't know what your goal is. Like you
What's
just
going
Maybe that is the goal.
he's just being really rude all the time. It's like this doesn't work out for you.
Maybe you just need thicker skin, Keith.
No,
That's definitely the problem. Let's see.
you just get banned for bad behavior. That's just how it works.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Well, it's in the filter.
Yep. Totally didn't do anything. Don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Well, and thus it ends.
Oh. Oh well.
Good night, everybody.